hey, let's just kind of quote unquote shut him down until the Olympic break, and we'll just get him through practices, just to work with him one-on-one and off the ice in video sessions.
Yeah, Jeff Blashill wouldn't commit to that he's not going to play to the Olympic break. He said it's day by day, but it is nice that they do have tomorrow and Sunday off, and then he's kind of got 3 days, and then I guess they'll reevaluate on Monday. But
yeah, and I do want to put this into perspective too, Jack. While he is the number 2 overall pick, like obviously when you're a top 3 pick, like there's expectations on you. He's played in 5 different leagues over the last 2.5 years.
You've told me about this the last few years.
He's played in Belarus. He played in the USHL. Then he played in NCAA hockey. And then he graduated to the NHL. Then he went to the minors. Then he went back to the NHL. He's bounced around so many different leagues. And I remember near the beginning of the season, Jeff Blashill had such a money quote. He's like, I got an 18-year-old son. He said, if I dropped him into Moscow, like, how do you think he would have? So it's like, not only is Levchinov trying to figure out the NHL game, he's also trying to figure out how to live in North America without any of his family and friends.
2 years?
He's been here for like a year and a half now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, almost 2 years.
Yeah.
But he's still trying to speak the language. Like it's unfamiliar territory. This isn't like a number 2 overall pick that he's American born. The transition is fine because he's got family that can visit him every once in a while, and he's part of this culture, whatever. I mean, it's hard. It's probably been difficult for him. It's a whirlwind for him, and so I don't. Again, I still believe in him in the player. For sure. I wish the Hawks maybe would have maybe handled his situation maybe just a little bit better. Maybe just give him like a full year in Rockford, but he ended up playing some NHL games towards the end of last season. But I think the Hawks, I trust that the Hawks coaching staff is going to be able to work with him one-on-one and get him back on track whenever that might be, post-Olympic break, however long that takes.
Yeah, I think this shows how much they believe in him by them just keeping him here and building this plan for him. I think that would help him because basically this team is his family right now because his family is not here.
Right, exactly. His teammates are his brotherhood, right? And the Hawks made a trade last year where they acquired Dmitry Kuzmin, who is a Belarusian defenseman, and they did that primarily because they wanted to make sure that Levchinov had a guy that he can lean on and for not just on the ice but off the ice as well. And so that plays a key role too.
Okay, really quickly, Sam Renzel coming up. What are you just looking for him? I think he had 10 points in 19 games in the AHL.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the strides that he's made. It's been almost 2 months since the last time we saw him. Boy, the potential is there. He's such an elite skater. It sounds like he is going to be quarterback in the first power play unit tonight. Okay. And so he's going to slide into that Artem Levchinov role. And so I'm curious to see how he handles that responsibility. And I imagine he's going to come out here with some juice, knowing that he's a confident guy in his ability. So I wouldn't be surprised if he has a strong game tonight.
All right, sounds good. Charlie, have a good call with John.
All right, thank you, Jeff.
All right, that's Charlie Meliodas. That'll do it for the FanDuel Sportsbook Chicago Blackhawks pregame show on 720 WGN. John Weideman and Charlie Meliodas have the call of Blackhawks and Blue Jackets next on 720 WGN.
The NHL is officially back, and right now, new FanDuel customers can bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. Put your first bet in the back of the net on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook and official partner of the Chicago Blackhawks. Must be 21 or older and present in Illinois. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Whether it's a plumbing emergency or just a simple repair like a clogged toilet, Plumbers 911 is your source for the best licensed plumbers. Every plumber has background checks, insurance, and 10,000 hours of training. When you call 1-833-PLUM-911, you'll be connected with one of Chicagoland's most trusted contractors, like Cahill Plumbing in Evanston. Wherever you are, a Plumbers 911 contractor is always close by. Call 1-833-PLUM-911. Plumbers 911, where they do it right the first time.
Ottawa, Illinois is the middle of everywhere. So take a little road trip to Ottawa, Illinois. A fun, friendly, charming destination. You'll love just taking a stroll around this quaint, beautiful town. And get ready to shop. Ottawa's filled with unique boutique shops. Ottawa's known for its very diverse culinary scene, too. From your inviting small-town coffee shop to award-winning locally brewed beer to all kinds of excellent casual and fine dining. Ottawa is in the middle of comfort. Settle down and snuggle up in one of Ottawa's nearly 400 rooms. Everything from established hotels to luxury resorts and private rentals to cottages and B&Bs. Ottawa is the middle of making memories. There's so much packed into this hidden gem in the Midwest. Take my advice, start making your memories in Ottawa. Book your stay at visitottawail.com. Visitottawail.com. Brought to you by Ottawa, the middle of everywhere, and the Illinois Office of Tourism.
Chicago Blackhawks hockey. One city.
Chicago.
One sweater.
The Blackhawks.
Generations who eat, sleep, live, and breathe it.
That's all I want to do. That's all I think about.
24/7.
Yes, 24/7.
From the anthem to the final horn. This is Chicago Grit on ice.
This is what we do.
This is who we are.
This is Blackhawks hockey.
Love by Blackhawks.
With the call of the game, here's John Whiteman and Steve Conroy.
Chicago Blackhawks close out the month of January on home ice against a team that has historically struggled to earn wins, playoff positions, and respect around the National Hockey League. But the Columbus Blue Jackets feel they've turned a corner with a new head coach and a whole new attitude. So tonight, as the Hawks try to banish a 4-game winless streak, they'll need to be ready to match the Jackets' intensity and do so immediately. Hi again, everyone. John Whiteman along with Charlie Meliotis and Jack Heinrich. We have shuffled the deck. Steve Conroy is on Notre Dame duty here tonight. We welcome you into our broadcast from here at the United Center, the Blackhawks and the Columbus Blue Jackets for the first of 2 games this season. 2 games in the span of about, a week and a half maybe? But before we continue, Charlie, one thing I want to say to our listeners, we may get a late arriving crowd because of the weather. Hawks fans, if you're headed here to the United Center, don't worry about getting here. Just please get here safely. And I drove in from the western suburbs on the way down, Char, and I tell you, that was a task. And it tests your patience sometimes in this winter driving. I got here okay, folks. Please exercise caution. You'll get here okay, too. Anything you want to add, sir? Look, waiting for a level for Charlie.
I was going to say, you and me took the same route here, and so we experienced just as bad of weather.
Let's talk about this game. I mentioned the intensity of the Blackhawks needing to match that of the Columbus Blue Jackets. Boy, have they been playing well. 7-1-0 in their last 8 under Rick Bowness, their new head coach. 6-1-0. They're outscoring opponents. They're playing with tons of confidence and swagger. And so the Blackhawks, coming off of that loss last night in Pittsburgh, that embarrassment, hopefully they've regrouped. They've got a little gumption going of their own, and they're going to take it to the Blue Jackets as best they can.
Yeah, this is probably a good thing for the Blackhawks that they're able to get right back on the horse after a sour loss in Pittsburgh last night. I thought they got off to a really solid start. They didn't allow a single shot on goal until about the 11.5-minute mark into the first period, and then somehow they give up 44 shots in the entire game in those final 50 minutes. And so obviously the second period was pretty disastrous for Chicago, and hopefully the Hawks come out with the kind of energy needed to put last night's loss behind them.
Well, one guy that could help them in their cause, Charlie, you and Jack were talking about it a little while ago. It made me very happy to hear that Sam Renzel is back with this hockey team. He's a young man that felt that they felt that he needed to go to Rockford and work on his game a little bit. I liked what I saw from Sam Renzel the moment he wore the Blackhawks sweater and stepped on the ice. I thought, this guy is going to be one of the greats of this franchise. He's a young player. Young players sometimes have to season a little bit. The AHL is a terrific place to do it. He's back now. Let's see what he can do.
He is an elite puck-moving defenseman ceiling. Like I know we saw a glimpse of it in the the last 9 games of the season last year. He hasn't quite been the same player since. They end up sending him to Rockford to kind of regain his confidence, refine his form, and I'm excited to see how he performs from that stint in the minors.
Now, one guy who I know is missing this game is Hawks captain Nick Foligno, and I say missing literally and metaphorically. He's a former Blue Jackets captain. He wanted to play in this game desperately. Unfortunately, Nick can't go. We're going to share some numbers during the broadcast about the Blackhawks record with Nick Foligno in the lineup compared to with Nick Foligno out of the lineup. I think you'll find it interesting. Who's Going to Deliver? Sponsored by Mitsubishi Electric Heating and Air Conditioning. Electric heat pumps for a better environment inside and out. Visit getacomfyhome.com. Going to go with Connor Bedard. In his career against Elvis Merzlikins, 4 games, 2 goals. I just got a feeling about Connor, especially after that goal last night in Pittsburgh.
I like it, John.
All right, keys to the game, Charlie. Hand them to me. Sponsored by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers.
All right, key number one, stay out of the penalty box. The Blue Jackets are converting on 30% of their power plays over the last 8 games. They are really clicking in that department. Number two, buckle down in the second period. It has not been a kind period to Chicago this season, especially last night where they were outscored 4-0. So be hyper-focused in the middle frame. And then number three, capitalize on the power play. The Hawks are 0 for whatever they are over the last 9 games. The Blue Jackets are the 28th ranked penalty kill in the NHL. An opportunity for Chicago to get off the schneid in that area.
Yeah, I like that, especially on home ice. All right, Charlie, quickly, who are you banking on? Sponsored by Marquette Bank. Love where you bank. Celebrating 80 years of neighborhood banking.
All right, you went with Connor Bedard. Yep. I'll go with his line mate, Frank Nazar. Had 2 points last night. I think he'll carry that into tonight's game.
All right, I like it. Well, Blackhawks and the Columbus Blue Jackets set to begin play, but right now we're going to send it down to ice level as tonight's presentation of our national anthem is proudly sponsored by C.R. Leonard Plumbing, a proud partner of Plumbers 911. And for the anthem, as always, we get it down to Mr. Jim Cornelison, the best in the business, standing on the red carpet that extends out from the penalty boxes, along with some very special guests from our military. Hawks fans, please enjoy our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight by the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, came through the night, and our flag was still there. Oh, sail us that star-spangled banner yet wave, for the land of the free and the home of
Yes, sir. I love coming home to hear that. Jim Cornelison with our Star-Spangled Banner. Well, let's get to the starting lineup, shall we? In goal for the Columbus Blue Jackets is going to be Elvis Merzlikins. Yes, this is Elvis. Elvis Merzlikins, Latvian-born, 5-2-2 in his career against the Blackhawks. He will represent Latvia in the upcoming Olympics. At defense for the Blue Jackets are their leading scorers, Zach Werenski, along with Damon Severson. Up front from left to right, Cole Sillinger starts at left wing. Centering the Blue Jackets opening line, Charlie Coyle. Starting at the right wing, Matthew Olivier. And for the Blackhawks in goal, it's Spencer Knight. He's 2-0-0 in his career against Columbus. At defense in his 800th NHL game, Connor Murphy, along with Matt Grizzly. Up front from left to right, Andrei Burakovsky starts at left wing. Centering the Hawks opening line, Ryan Green, and also playing in his 800th NHL game, right winger Teuvo Teravainen. Referees this evening are Furman South and Jake Brink, handling the lines, Brendan Garlitz and Libor Sushanek. Down to center ice we go. Coyle against Ryan Green. What do these two guys have in common? Both played at Boston University. The drop of the puck and we're underway, and the Blue Jackets get control. Guy that played at Michigan, Zach Werenski to the puck, Blue Jacket blue line. Whips it over to Severson, then back to Werenski, left wing of center ice. He'll drive it down the glass deep into the Hawk zone, then go get off on a change. Olivier in the near corner, lost the puck up the boards. Teravainen tried to clear the puck out, held in at the right point. This is by Denton Matejchuk. He'll flip the puck in behind the Hawk net. Matt Glerslick in the far corner, coughed it up, Sillinger along the left wing boards. To Coyle, left wing corner. Put it out to the left point. And a long shot from there off the stick of Ivan Provorov. was turned wide by Spencer Knight. Sillinger back of the net, fighting off a check from Green. Sends it to Matejchuk, right point. He moves it left point. Provorov, long shot from there, and Knight is down with a butterfly save. Olivier to the rebound behind the net. Here's Mathieu Olivier into the right wing corner. Put the puck up the boards. Cole Sillinger moves it left point. Provorov. He moves in and fires. That's into the skates of Andre Burakovsky, who makes a pass up the middle of the ice to Ryan Green. He gains center ice. And at the end of his shift, he'll just toss it into the right wing corner and in behind the Blue Jacket net and get off on a change.
Well, that's the first shift of the game for the Blackhawks, and they spent that first full minute in their own zone.
Yeah.
Finally able to get a line change, but hopefully they can spend the next shift on the other side of the zone.
Adam Fantilli tosses the puck down the boards into the Hawk zone. Here's Tyler Bertuzzi with it. Blue Jacket, blue line. Backhanding it through the air into the Jackets end. Werenski gloves it over his head, drops it to his stick, sweeps the puck to the near side, and Severson clears to center ice, taken away by Connor Bedard. Has to hold up at the Blue Jacket blue line. Passes behind his back to the near boards to Alec Vlasic, and he'll drive it down in behind the Jackets net. This hit a Jacket player, Werenski, and topples up into the protective netting. No score, 18-16 left in period one.
Tonight's coaches' challenges are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine, with 8 specialties ranked among the top 10 in the nation by U.S. News and World Report. The teams at Northwestern Medicine offer second opinions for the toughest conditions.
You're down at the Blue Jackets bench. It's so good to see Rick Bowness behind an NHL bench again. What a great guy he is, and so good for the game. He's a man that really understands the game and understands the people in the game. And the NHL, in my opinion, is just a better league with Rick Bowness in it. Back inside the Hawk zone between the circles, Wyatt Kaiser sticks a pass up the right wing to Ilya Mikheyev. Got it to Dickinson over the Columbus blue line, and he fires a wrist shot that deflects in behind the net and up the far board. Sean Monahan there for the Jackets. Whips the puck behind the net to Werenski. Sent it around, held in by the Hawks. Ilya Mikheyev left point. Put it down to Ryan Donato, left wing corner. Tried to stroke the puck in behind the Jackets bench, or net, ends up all over on the far side of the rink. Mikheyev digging at it. Had it stroked out of there. Now Dickinson along the right wing boards. Put it back to the corner. Mikheyev will push it behind the Jackets net to the near sideboards. Their captain Boone Jenner there to arch it off the glass to center ice. Alex Vlasic gloves it, drops the puck to his stick and pokes it into the Jackets zone a few feet. But Zach Werenski back to take it. Hawks and Jackets making line changes now. Damon Severson makes a pass up the left wing side. It was intended for Dmitry Voronkov, but it misses him and goes all the way down. And icing is going to be the call here against the Jackets. No score in the game.
John, you mentioned how great it is to see Rick Bowness behind an NHL bench again. And the Blue Jackets are in an interesting position because they're still, I think, 10 points out of the final wild card spot in the Eastern Conference. But you don't make a coaching change like that if you don't think you're going to try to make a push to the playoffs. And so It's going to be interesting to see what they do ahead of the trade deadline and whether they're going to be buyers or sellers. I imagine, if nothing else, they might just stand pat and kind of ride with the group that they have. But I'd be surprised if maybe they sell off, given the coaching change that they did make.
Well, Charlie, I'll tell you that it's not unprecedented for an NHL team to go from last place into the playoffs. And it just happened in 2019 as the St. Louis Blues went from last place after a coaching change where Craig Berube took the helm. And they won the Stanley Cup that spring against the Boston Bruins in 7 games. So that's not impossible. Now, Eric Goodbranson in the near corner in the Blue Jacket zone shot a puck off the glass, and this deflects up into the crowd. Whistle stopping play. We'll get a face-off in the Blue Jacket zone in the circle to the right of Merzlikins. Forgive me for being a little condescending there.
Oh, not at all. I actually wanted to piggyback off what you were saying. The Eastern Conference, too, it's been so weird to see Florida outside of a playoff berth, Toronto, the Rangers, the Devils, all these like elite teams that you thought were going to be locks to make the playoffs are outside looking in. And so maybe Columbus saw that too, and they saw it as an opportunity that maybe they can kind of play themselves back into the playoff conversation. So we'll see. They're playing some really good hockey lately.
Off the draw of the Jacket zone. Here's Sam Lafferty back in the lineup, working hard in the left wing corner, pokes the puck behind the net for Slaggert. Checked off the puck. Sillinger will grab it, move up the left wing to center ice. Hands it ahead, Jake Christensen over the Hawk line on the right wing side. He's hit as he put the puck down behind the net. Murphy swings it around and not out. Goodbranson fires for the left point. That puck deflects off of a stick and up into the protective netting. So we're going to get a whistle and another face-off in the Hawk zone. And Sam Renzel had a shift earlier, but I was talking over folks, so sorry about that. Renzel will get back on here momentarily, but good to see the Twin Towers, Vlasic and Crevier back on there. I thought they were pretty solid last night.
They were. How about this? They went up against Sidney Crosby's line essentially all night, and the Penguins had scored 13 goals on the Blackhawks this season. They've held Sidney Crosby to 1 point in those 13 goals, and I think 72 and 46 have a lot to do with that, the way that they've been defensive stalwarts for Chicago this year.
It's funny. Jeff Blashill, the head coach, could have put any pair together, but he decided to take the two tallest defensemen and put them together and see how they would play. Boy, they haven't disappointed. I mean, they have been a very, very good pair. We got an icing call here against the Hawks, but they have been a very good pair for this team all season long, so much to the point where when Blashill needs two guys out there that he can count on in a tough situation, typically those are the guys.
Yeah, and they're both excellent skaters too. Like, obviously they're known for their size, but Alex Vlasic is a terrific skater, and Louis Crevier, my goodness, I know he's got that bomb of a shot, but I think he's been one of the more improved players on his skating on the Blackhawks team.
I would totally agree. Here's a shot from the slot by Fantilli, turned out of there with a glove save by Spencer Knight. In behind the net, the puck taken and spun out by Mason Marchment to the line. Held in at the left point, and the puck carried to the near side by Kirill Marchenko, who flipped it back to center ice. Denton Matejchuk will go back into the Columbus zone and get the puck. Hands it ahead now. Ivan Provorov passing it in to Fantilli into the Hawk zone, firing a shot, deflects away to the left wing corner. Donato got it there. He'll sweep it behind the net around up the left wing side to Vlasic. It clears to center ice. Mikheyev tried to hand the puck off, picked off by Adam Fantilli. He hands it ahead for Marchenko into the Hawk zone, but he was beaten to the puck there by Crevier, who poke checks it away. Puck lays in the corner, now to Crevier's left. He'll take the puck and move it up the left wing side at center ice. Donato's got the puck checked off of it by Severson as he lets the puck flow down into the Blue Jacket zone. And Werenski will carry behind his net, then out between the circles. Werenski passing to Sean Monahan at center ice up the left wing side. Dumps the puck to the inboards Hawk zone. Connor Murphy out to get it to Ryan Green in front of the net. He protects the puck nicely there. Hands it ahead, Matt Grzelcyk at center ice on the left wing. He sticks the puck down behind the Blue Jacket net. Merzlikins, the goalkeeper, put it around up the left wing to Jenner. He turned the puck over to Ryan Green. To Matt Grzelcyk over the line, and he fires from the left wing boards. That's into the glove of Merzlikins. He'll hold on to it there, and a whistle stops play. Matt Grzelcyk still looking for his first Blackhawks goal. Charlie, he was in Pittsburgh last night, his old stomping grounds last year, where he had a career year. And I was hoping kind of that Matt Grzelcyk would tally for the Blackhawks, because of where he was and the way that the nature of the game was, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, and Mike Vellucci back in Pittsburgh, too, for the first time since joining the Blackhawks staff. Unfortunately, the Hawks weren't able to pick up 2 points in Pittsburgh, especially on the mom's trip. How was it for you, John? I know you had your sister.
Yeah, and she had a wonderful time. And she got back to Kansas City today, I'm happy to say, and she had the best time. She said, thank everybody in the Blackhawks organization for what they did for me. I've never had a trip like that in my life. And she said, I'll never forget it. So my thanks on behalf of my sister and myself to the Hawks organization for that wonderful trip. We all had a great time, in spite of the weather in Pittsburgh, by the way. Here's Sam Renzel carrying to center ice. Moves it on the right wing, intended for Lafferty. The puck goes by a stick and down behind the Blue Jacket net. Merzlikins out to play it around at the left wing side. And now Miles Wood will lift it down into the Hawk zone. Connor Murphy back to get it. Born in Columbus, Ohio. He'll stick it ahead to Grzelcyk, who fires the puck down the boards into the Jacket zone. Damon Severson will push it up the near side to center ice. Connor Murphy back at the Hawk blue line. Makes a bank pass across the rink intended for Bertuzzi. The pass misses and it goes down, and icing's going to be called here. So we're down to 13:36 left in period number one. Scoreless here at the United Center. Happy to have you along, folks. And again, Hawks fans, if you're en route to the United Center, please exercise caution.
All Blackhawks wins this season are sponsored by Circa Sports Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. It's starting to fill out here at the United Center. It was a trek getting in here because of the snow, but Friday night hockey, I wouldn't be surprised if it's going to be a full bowl here tonight.
Cole Sillinger to the puck off the draw, carries behind the Hawk net around the left wing boards, hands it to the guy who's considered the toughest man in the NHL, Matthew Olivier. But Murphy checks him off the puck. Frank Nazar picks it up, carries into the Blue Jacket zone, and then lost the puck just inside the line. The aforementioned Olivier fires a long one in on Spencer Knight. He goes down to his knees to knock it away. Loose puck along the far boards. Bertuzzi swats it off of Olivier, sticking down behind the net. Grzelcyk to the puck, put it up the near side. It's taken away by Connor Bedard. He'll drop it off now to Nazar. Back to Bedard. Over the Blue Jacket line, left wing side. He sent it across for Bertuzzi. This is off of his stick. And the Jackets get it back. Olivier clears to the Hawk blue line, taken away by Vlasic to Bedard over the Jacket line, left wing. Cuts back to the high slot, hands it over left point, Vlasic. He'll spin it down to Bertuzzi behind the net. Thanks it back to Vlasic. Long shot for the left point. Stick save made by Merzlikins. Marchenko picks up the puck. And he'll carry through center over the Hawk line left wing. Gave it to Werenski, top of the right wing circle. He'll drop it bottom of the circle. And Marchment tried to center. This deflects to Bertuzzi between the circles, and he'll just take the puck and lift it down ice into the Blue Jacket end. The Hawks do not have a shot on goal yet.
Adam Fantilli was looking for a slash there, and his stick broke as he tried to get his shot off, but no call there.
Now Spencer Knight covers the puck in the Hawk crease. The whistle blows. We get a stoppage in play. 12-11 left in period number 1. Hawks and Blue Jackets, no score. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Presented by Robinhood.
He crosses, spins, pulls up.
With Robinhood Prediction Markets, buy or sell your predictions all game long. No house odds, just you versus the market. Put your sports IQ to work. Trade every shot, block, steal, run, and moment that shifts the game. With Robinhood Prediction Markets, trade every play. Visit Robinhood.com/predict to start trading. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
When injuries slow you down, you need a team that knows how to get you back in the game. At Illinois Bone and Joint Institute, their highly trained professionals work together to deliver empathetic, timely, and efficient patient care so you can move better, live better. And if an injury happens after hours, they've got you covered with IBJI Ortho Access beyond their regular clinic hours. Illinois Bone and Joint Institute. Learn more at IBJI.com. That's IBJI.com.
It's Linebacker. Thanks for hanging with me 7 to 10 weeknights. Back to the Blackhawks.
Your seat at the United Center is waiting, Blackhawks fans. You can now officially place your new membership deposit for the 2026-27 season to receive early bird pricing, priority seating with pre-sale access, and complimentary tickets to a select game this season. Place your deposit now at blackhawks.com/memberships.
John Weideman along with Charlie Raneliotis and Jack Heinrich here at the United Center. Glad to have you along. No score, Hawks and Blue Jackets. They've given the Hawks a credit for a shot on goal here, Char, so things are improving.
Well, I was going to say they did have one up, and then they took it away, and I don't know why they did, because it was a shot on goal by Chicago earlier in the game.
Now Marchment fires from near the left point. That was blocked in the slot. Dickinson takes the puck off the stick of Vlasic, carries into the Blue Jacket zone. Along the left boards, Dickinson pries the puck to the left point. Donato to Crevier, top of the right circle, hammers a shot in on goal, and Merzlikins is down with a butterfly save and holds on. And I don't think Louis got all of that one, Charlie. Somehow I think Louis kind of shanked that, but he still put it on goal. Puck looked like it was up on end. I think Louis would like to strike that puck with it flat on the ice and see where it goes. We all would, I think.
I think I saw a stat the other day that Louis Crevier leads the NHL in shots that are like 95 plus miles an hour or more. Or I think it actually might be 100 plus mile an hour shots. Louis Crevier is the NHL's leader. So I wouldn't be surprised if he gets to 100 again tonight. But yeah, it looked like he might have been going for the shot pass with Ilya Mikheyev.
I wonder what the stiffness is on his hockey stick. I'll bet you he's over 100. You know, most of these guys play, I think, in the 90s. I would bet you his is over 100 as far as shaft strength is, and with that kind of a shot, you'd have to think it'd have that kind of pliability. Back inside the Hawk zone, Severson right point now. Hooks the puck into the right wing corner. And that is off the stick of Fantilli. Puck turned over in front. Monahan fires. Stick save made by Knight. Bedard knocked down beside the net. Sent the puck around up the far boards, not out. Fantilli at the left point. Lifts it down behind the Hawk net. Kaiser got to the puck, and he'll skate it up the right wing side. Can't clear the zone, and now he finally does. Head to Nazar. He had it poked away by fellow Michigan Wolverine Zach Werenski. Kaiser took the puck back, enters the Blue Jacket zone on the right wing, and filters the puck down in behind the net. Werenski got it there with a pass up the right wing for Miles Wood. This misses him and goes down, and icing's going to be called here against Columbus. We're down to 10:40 left in period number one. Scoreless here at the United Center. Faceoff comes down in the circle to Merzlikins. Let's see. Merzlikins is left.
And it's going to be the Four Seasons Face-Off, your trusted local experts for heating, air conditioning, plumbing, electric, and generators.
Yeah. Jackets get it. Werenski tossing down to the Hawk blue line. Nearly kicked off by Voronkov, but taken away by the Hawks. Grizzly clears to center ice. Murphy firing it down the left side glass behind the Blue Jacket net. Circles and it ends up along the right wing boards. Burakovsky to Green, bottom of the circle. Tough angle shot. Looked like it hit the side of the post. Green got it back right corner. Andre Burakovsky along the right wing boards to Green now behind the net. He had his pocket picked by Eric Goodbranson. And the big defenseman for Columbus clears to center ice. Green got it right back. In over the Jacket line to Burakovsky, right point. Down to Ryan Green, right wing corner. The St. John's Newfoundlander works it back up the boards, but it's picked off by Miles Wood, and he's got some good wheels. He races into the Hawk zone, but he's caught by another guy with good wheels, Sam Renzel, who takes the puck away. Renzel passing up the left wing to Green at center ice, and he'll poke it off the boards deep into the left wing corner Jacket zone. Denton Matejchuk clearing to center ice. And it's shot back down by Kaiser. Icing's going to be the call against the Hawks. So we're down to 9:38 left in the first. Scoreless game. Shots 8-2 in favor of Columbus. We get another look at this Ryan Green attempt. And it hit the side of the post. That was pretty close.
Yeah, he tried sneaking it by the left ear of Elvis Merzlikins. It feels like once a game somebody tries that. It's not just a... I mean, it really is a different way to try to score in the NHL these days that we didn't see in years past.
Oliver Moore racing with the puck to center ice, put it down behind the Jackets net, and he recovered it momentarily. And then Matejchuk now checking Sam Lafferty off the puck along the far boards. Marchment clearing to center ice, but the puck now taken back. And in front of the penalty boxes, they battle for the puck, Marchenko and Vlasic. Marchenko got it over to Matejchuk. He dumps the puck into the right wing corner, Hawk in. It's taken there and fed up the slot by Fantilli. Now taken away at center ice. Here's Ilya Mikheyev flipping it back into the Hawk zone to Vlasic. Back to Mikheyev, Hawk line left wing, and he'll skate it into the Jacket zone. To Ryan Donato along the left wing boards. He had a goal up in Minnesota. He carries behind the Jacket net. Shakes a check in the right wing corner. Now Donato cuts back in front, and he lost the puck up the slot, but Grzelcyk hustles to take it back. Fires it over to the left wing corner. Donato there to Grzelcyk left point. Hammers a shot. Blocked by Sillinger in between the circles. Werenski picks up the puck. He moves it on the right wing to Charlie Coyle at center ice, and he'll lift the puck across into the left wing corner Hawk zone. Zach Werenski there, put it in behind the Hawk net. Matthew Olivier right wing corner to Charlie Coyle right point. Floats one in on goal. Stick save made by Knight. Olivier in the left wing corner now. Checked by Murphy. And Ilya Mikheyev looking to reach in there and pull the puck out of the pile, as is Jason Dickinson standing side by side with Connor Murphy. Coyle on the scene for Columbus now. An outnumbered situation occurs. The Hawks get the puck. Grzelcyk put it in behind the net. Olivier's there to take it back. He left it along the end boards, and then Jenner took it away from Murphy. He slammed into the boards, however. But the Jackets get the puck back. Provorov a long shot from the left point. And a stick save made by Knight. Jason Dickinson, far corner. Sweeps it in behind the Hawk net. Grzelcyk will chase it down in the near corner, leaving it for Murphy. Put it back up the left wing side, not out of the zone. It's held in by Kent Johnson. He turned the puck over, however, to Ilya Mikheyev, and he'll lift it down into the Jacket zone to take off pressure. Quick pass back up ice by Provorov to Jenner, Hawk blue line. He spins it down behind the Hawk net. There's Jenner again now at the right point with the puck. Put it down the boards. Picked off by Kaiser. Lead pass up the left wing. Bertuzzi to Bedard over the jacket line to Nazar, right circle. Probably should have shot the puck. He was trying to pass it over to Bedard. Broken up by the Jackets. And now Sam Renzel took it back at the right point. Tried to work it down to the corner. Could not. Puck slapped away by Monahan to center ice. And Kent Johnson of the Jackets knocks it back into the Hawks. Hawks get it back. Kaiser to Bedard, breaking through center over the jacket line, into the right circle. Try to toe drag. Instead, he carries behind the net, put it up the slot. This is off of Nazar's stick, and Nazar's stick is being held and taken out of his hands at the Columbus blue line. No penalty is called on the play. Renzel whips a pass from the Hawk zone up the left wing, off the stick of Bedard and down. Jackets will get it back. Matejchuk's got it behind the jacket net, and the Hawks are in a line change.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that wasn't a holding call. Nazar looking right at the official after. It feels like there's been one on both sides now that haven't gone the way that both of them should have been called penalties, but neither of them have. So I guess it's going to be not going to see a lot of penalties in this game. I think they're setting the standard early, these officials.
Now the puck turned over inside the jacket line. Teravainen's got it. Drop pass. Burakovsky left circle. Toe drag and a shot, and a pad save made by Merzlikins. Marchment back the other way to center ice. Hands it off in over the Hawk line. Matejchuk in the right circle firing. Kick save made by Knight. And the puck now taken back by Teravainen. Goes rink wide with a pass. Burakovsky over the jacket line. Right circle. Pulls up. Fires. Merzlikins down with a butterfly save. Will hold the puck for a whistle and a stoppage in play. 5:46 left in the first. Hawks and Blue Jackets. No score. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
WGN Chicago is your radio home for the Hawks, the Cats, March Madness, and the Indy 500. On air and on smart devices worldwide.
Jiffy Lube's quick, quality 15-minute oil change service will have your car ready before you know it. It's so fast, you'll find yourself saying, already ready? Even now, after I just told you, you'll still be surprised at how fast and efficient it is. Plus, Jiffy Lube does more than just oil changes fast. They'll take care of the preventive maintenance your car needs to keep running smoothly, like free fluid top-offs, battery checks, and more. All in a jiffy. So come in today. You're practically already ready.
Hey, hockey fans, it's Troy Murray. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing, the #1 premium composite decking brand, tough enough to handle anything. It looks like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industrial-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at TimberTech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
John Hanson here. Steve Budd from Great Lakes Credit Union. You guys help people stay in their homes.
In 2025, our HUD-certified counselors, this is where you don't pay for that counseling service. We benefited 400 households in the Chicagoland area. That resulted in over $6.8 million in community assets saved. So that's from foreclosure, saving people in their homes so they're not put out on the street.
For more, go to glcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey, Chris Chelios here. It's time to break out the Bandito. El Bandito Yankee Tequila. So smooth, it's criminal. Break out the Bandito, baby.
The Chicago Blackhawk Alumni Association is proud to continue its college scholarship program in 2026 for the most deserving Illinois high school hockey players. Applicants must be applying and planning on attending college as a full-time student, and winners of the award will receive $7,500 annually over the course of 4 years. The scholarship application is available online through February 1st at blackhawkalumni.com/application.
Just a great group of men. Blackhawk alumni. They do an awful lot of good for an awful lot of people. One of them is our partner, our dear Troy Murray, who hopefully is listening here tonight. And if you are, Bud, we love you. And just please take care. And I hope to see you back here as soon as possible. Puck turned over in the Hawk zone. Look out. Olivier takes a handoff from Coyle and fires. That's blocked. The other way now, Bedard through center over the jacket line. Right point. A little spin and a pass off the backhand across the rink is picked off by the Blue Jackets. And in the near corner, Damon Severson stabs the puck up the right wing. Mathieu Olivier. Head to Cole Sillinger. He's the son of Mike Sillinger, longtime NHLer. Now the Jackets could have been guilty of too many men on the ice. We had 6 guys on the ice, and one of them just off the bench touched the puck. It was a little close right there. Kent Johnson through center, crossing the Hawk blue line to the right circle, pulls up and flips it toward the net. The puck sails wide. Provorov along the left wing boards will flip it in behind the Hawk net around to Johnson along the right side boards. He had his pocket picked by Oliver Moore, who sends it ahead to Landon Slaggert. Crossing the jacket line, was held up there by Provorov, but put the puck down to the corner. Now Lafferty kicking at it in behind the net. Lafferty works it around up the far side boards, but it's taken away by Boone Jenner. And the Jackets captain will flip it in behind the net to Denton Matejchuk, a Western kid who had great numbers, by the way, playing in junior hockey in the Western Hockey League. Here's Matejchuk between the circles, Jacket zone. Passing up the right wing, Miles Wood, son of Randy Wood, into the Hawk zone. He'll drop the puck off. And a shot by Dmitry Voronkov is blocked wide. Then Voronkov follows up with a shot for the left wing board. Shoulder save by Knight. Eric Goodbranson, right point. Put it down to Voronkov, back of the net. Tried to squeeze it in the short side. Nice play by Rinzel to take the puck away and lead the rush. 4-on-3 rush for the Hawks, led by Rinzel. Over the jacket line, down the right wing. A hard angle shot and a glove save made by Merzlikins. He'll hold on for the whistle and a stoppage in play. 3:39 now left in period one. Still no score, Hawks and Jackets. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Tired of losing power when it storms? Call Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric today for a free estimate on a whole home standby generator. Never be without power again. Fully installed systems starting at just $99 a month. How about your sump pump, your fridge, or your freezer, your garage doors, your heating and cooling? You can stay comfortable and safe in your home all year long. Four Seasons is the largest and most award-winning Generac dealer in Illinois and Northwest Indiana.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
Hey, Chicago Blackhawks fans! I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, a win isn't a win without the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy.
Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Earn now, spend later at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Now through February 11th, rewards members earn $10 in Blaine's Bucks for every $100 spent in store. Redeemable just like cash, February 19th to March 4th. Start earning today on 35-pound bags of Blaine's Golden Harvest bird food, $12.99. Rewards members save an extra $2. Select pillow dog beds, only $8.99. And Fiora toilet paper or paper towel packs, $4.99 each. Earn Blaine's Bucks now to spend later just like cash, only at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Your radio home for the Hawks, Cats, and the NFL, WGN. Now back to the game.
Back here at the United Center, John Weideman and Charlie Meliotis filling in for Steve Conrad, who's calling a Notre Dame game right now over in South Bend. Got a 0-0 score, 3:39 left in the first. Shots on goal, 10-5 in favor of Columbus. I feel like the Hawks, the last few minutes here, Hawks are starting to look like the team that we thought they were going to come out with some energy, and we'll see if they can finish things up here on a positive note in the first.
So you're saying they are who we thought they were, right?
We let them off the hook.
Crevier from the right circle, closing in, firing a shot, kicked out of there by Merzlikins. And the puck taken back by Marchenko. He'll put it in behind the net. Goodbranson moving up the right wing side. Sends a rink-wide pass up the left wing for Marchenko into the Hawk zone, but it bounces off his stick blade and in behind the net. Jason Dickinson working hard back there. Pokes it free along the near boards. Mason Marchment, the son of Brian, takes the puck at the right point. Turn to fire, block. And now Donato with a clever play. Pokes it away. He's got a breakaway. In on goal. Backhand shot. Kicked out of there by Merzlikins. And then Donato firing from the right wing corner, and Merzlikins decides to dive out to the left of his net and plop on that puck about 10 feet out from the crease and hold it there. A clever play by Ryan Donato. I mean, in a perfect stick right there on Marchenko, who got a little careless with the puck at the Hawk blue line, causing that breakaway.
Yeah, it looked like Donato
it
hit the post, but it looked like Donato kind of flubbed on the backhand, and that's why he wasn't able to elevate it in the way that he wanted to. Man, he's going to be frustrated with that. Donato hasn't had quite the same season that he had last year when he scored 31 goals and 62 points, both of which were a career high, but feels like he's been snake bit just a little bit. That would have been a nice one to see go in, not just for his confidence, but the team needing that after last night's loss.
Nazar wins the draw. Grizzlick from the right point. Sent a pass through the high slot for Bedard, who waved at it with a one-time attempt, and it shanks wide. Jackets get the puck back. Coyle, lead pass to center ice. Severson over the Hawk blue line, right point. Spun it to the slot. Coyle's got it. He fires. And it looked like that hit Knight, who was falling down. Olivier battling with Matt Grzelcyk at the top of the crease. Nazar to the puck, meanwhile. Spins it up the near side, not out. Kept in by Sillinger, right point. Put it to the blue line, deep slot. Werenski tried to feed it down the slot. It was picked off there by Bedard, who was pulled off the puck at the line and falls down. No penalty called. Jackets get the puck back deep in the Hawk zone. Werenski. He got the pass in front of the net and then mishandled it to the near corner. Put it out to the high slot to Coyle. Long shot from there. Spencer Knight will go down in the butterfly position and squeeze the puck and hold it. And a whistle will stop play. We get a whistle stopping play. Sillinger giving Nazar a little bump there. He's got Olivier standing backing him up there, so why not get real tough? The linesmen jump in. Face-off will be in the Hawk zone. This will be in the circle to Knight's left.
Yeah, that shot earlier in the sequence, it looked like Spencer Knight got interfered with. I'm not even sure that goal would have honestly counted if it did find the back of the net. Maybe that's why Frank Nazar and Cole Sillinger went at each other just a little bit, but
I don't know if they have any kind of history or not. The two American-born kids, right?
Well, I know Frank Nazar was at the USA camp over the summer. I don't think Cole Sillinger was there, but maybe they did cross paths at some point in their time with the program.
I'd say Frank could be pretty good at getting under guys' skins too, so maybe that's something we just omitted or didn't mention. Marchment with the puck behind the Hawk net. Feeds a pass out to the line. Matejchuk held it in for a moment. Taken away by Dickinson. Fired in on the left wing side, intended for Donato, but the Jackets' Ivan Provorov took the puck away. Spins it down behind the Jacket net. Goes up the far side, Marchment. Sent it across on the right wing side. Jacket line. Provorov passing to Marchenko. Over the Hawk line to the left wing corner. Fights through a check behind the net. Penalty coming up here to the Hawks as Vlasic touches the puck. The whistle blows. And Connor Murphy's going to get the gate 2 for holding. 1:21 left in period number 1. No score in the game.
Chicago, number 5, 2 minutes for holding.
So there it is. Connor Murphy will go off. This is something Charlie was talking about in our open about how good the Blue Jackets power play has been. Well, I think we're going to get a good matchup here, Charlie. Blackhawks have the number 1 penalty kill in the National Hockey League. Going to be put to the test right here.
They do, yeah. Hopefully the Hawks are able to kill this off because those late period goals can always be momentum swings for either team, the one that kills it off or the one that scores. And so hopefully the Hawks can put their top-ranked penalty kill to good use and kill this thing off, at least to go into this first intermission with a 0-0 score.
Penalty at 18:39. 2 for holding to Connor Murphy. And the start of it goes the Hawks' way as the Hawks get control off the draw. And Crevier will fire it down. Werenski to the Jacket blue line. Hands the puck off to Kirill Marchenko. Put it over the center ice circle. Adam Fantilli. The Mason Marchment middle of the Hawk line. Moves it now to the right point to Marchenko. Down to Fantilli beside the right wing circle. Took it down bottom of the circle. Hands it to Marchment. Top of the circle to Marchenko. Fed it in front of the net. Coyle shoots and scores. It's a power play goal. And the Columbus Blue Jackets take a 1-0 lead with 46 seconds left in period 1.
Well, that's a rare power play goal against for the Blackhawks. And Zach Werenski with the shot from the point. It gets redirected by Charlie Coyle, and he just finds himself in front of the net. Wyatt Kaiser was trying to block out Adam Fantilli, who was on the backside of the post to try to tap it in if the puck did get to him. Unfortunately, it didn't, and Charlie Coyle makes it 1-0 Columbus.
Well, for Charlie Coyle, that's goal number 13 on the season. It's also his 4th on the power play. So 1-0 Columbus as we rejoin the play. Jackets get the puck off the draw to get it started again. Werenski to center ice. Firing the puck down the glass in behind the Hawk net around to the near side of the rink. Good Branson's got it at the right point. He'll load up and fire. That was blocked by Nazar. Kaiser takes it back with 30 seconds. Races to center ice and over the Blue Jacket line. Kept on going down the slot and fires, and a stick save made by Merzlikins. Bedard in the left wing corner. Put it behind the Jacket net for Nazar. The puck bounces off of his stick. And Jenner clears to center ice. Bertuzzi takes it back down the left wing side. Jacket zone. Bertuzzi in the corner. Stopping on a dime there with 9. Put it to the high slot. Vlasic fires, and that's blocked by Jenner. Vlasic got it back. Fires again. Stopped in front. Rebound. Score! Connor Bedard! With 2.7 seconds left on the clock, he ties the score at 1. And for Connor Bedard, that's goal number 22 on the season. 1-1 the score.
How about that? With 2.7 seconds left on the clock, the Blackhawks get a late goal in the first period. Alex Vlasic's shot from the point was blocked by Boone Jenner. He ends up firing the second one on net, and Connor Bedard cleans it up in the inner slot position for his second goal in as many days for number 98. And with that goal, it's time to break out the Bandito. Celebrate every goal this season with El Bandito Yankee Tequila.
I was just going to ask you, Charlie, is it too early to break out the Bandito? No.
Well,
anytime's a good time to break out the Bandito.
Say after last night's game, I think we all need some Banditos. So
all right, the period comes to an end. 1-1 is the score after 20 minutes. Shots on goal favoring the Blue Jackets, 14-8. And the penalty kill excellence, Charlie, it had to end sometime. But what a run they were on. The Blackhawks had killed 31 of 33. And, you know, I think that's really a feather in the cap of every Hawk player who works hard and participates, and to the coaches, by the way, who implement the strategies on the penalty kill.
Yeah, no question. Honestly, the Hawks have had such a terrific performance all season on the penalty kill, not just since the calendar flipped to the year 2026. So again, it's going to happen. Just a rare penalty kill goal against. But how about the response that the Blackhawks had to score that with 2.7 seconds left in the first period? We were just talking on the other end how those late period goals can kind of be some momentum killers if you're on the other end of them. For the Hawks to end up being on the other side to even things up, I think they're going to go into this first intermission now with some momentum.
Well, they're playing this game without their captain, Nick Foligno, and it seems like they're playing somewhat inspired. They're being outshot by a fairly wide margin. They added one to the Blue Jackets side. Now it's 14-8, but sometimes shots on goal really aren't an indicator of the tenor of play, and I think this has been fairly even. I will say this, the Blue Jackets have some big forwards, and they're pretty tough to handle deep in the Hawks' end. We've seen that for sure.
Yeah, no question. I think we got a guest downstairs.
We do.
Let's do it.
We do. We're very happy to be joined by Sam Rinzel. Sam, welcome back to Chicago. John Weideman along with Charlie Rinelli-Otis here for Blackhawks Radio. What was the feeling when you got the phone call that you were coming back?
Yeah, obviously it's a good feeling. You try not to think about it too much when you're down there, but you just kind of go to work and try and do the right things, and try and let it take care of itself. And obviously it feels good when you hear the call, and you want to come up here and you want to help the team win. So,
hey Sam, I'm sure it was disappointing to get sent down in the first place, but there honestly is no shame in going down there and working on your game. Where do you feel like you grew the most over the last couple weeks while you were down there?
Yeah, I think just kind of my defensive game for sure. Kind of being more patient at the post, not letting pucks get through you very easily. Just kind of holding better ice. I think that was a big part of my game, is kind of holding middle ice. And, if every player in this league is good, they're going to make plays too. So you just try to give up kind of not dangerous chances. So that's kind of the goal. And then obviously kill plays quick and kind of just keep using my stick and my body, kind of smartly using my brain. So,
Sam, the Blue Jackets have some big forwards. What's it like trying to defend them here?
Yeah, you got to play them hard, but I'm 6'4" myself. So,
attaboy.
Yeah, I'm right there with them.
Love it. Sam, we will talk again. Hey, it's great to have you back here in Chicago. Go get some fluids. Thanks for being our guest, and go get them in the second period.
Thank you.
We appreciate it very much. Sam Rinzel, our guest after one period. Hawks and Blue Jackets tied up at 1. Now, ordinarily, I would say that Charlie Rinelli-Otis is standing by in Blackhawks Center, but he's not standing by. He's actually sitting about 3 feet to my left. It's Jack Heinrich standing by in Blackhawks Central. He'll have a full intermission report, and that's going to be followed by second period action. Friday night hockey here at the United Center. Doesn't get any better than that. Hawks and Jackets tied at 1 at the end of 1. This is Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
After the end of a good fight, you deserve an ice-cold reward. Modelo is the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because the bigger the fight, the better the reward. You put in the hours, the energy, and tough labor. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
As a mother, I'd do anything to protect my children. But when I found out at 19 weeks pregnant that my blood was attacking my baby, I felt helpless. I'm Ellen. My team at Northwestern Memorial Hospital said my daughter's only chance at survival was a rare in utero blood transfusion. Not just once, but 5 separate times.
Top ranked in Illinois for obstetrics and gynecology by U.S. News & World Report, the team at Northwestern Medicine Maternal Fetal Medicine Clinic treats high-risk patients across Chicagoland. And they're one of the few in the state with the expertise to take on complex pregnancies like Ellen's. Over 3 months, Ellen's team collaborated closely to ensure she and her baby had a compatible blood type so she could deliver safely.
I can't imagine my world without my baby girl in it. And thanks to my team, I don't have to.
Northwestern Medicine is committed to providing world-class care across Chicagoland because what makes us better makes you better. Learn more at nm.org/better.
Chicago hockey fans love a good power play. And when it comes to selling your house, you want a team you can trust.
That's why Jeff Buys Your House is your winning play. No repairs, no commissions, and you pick the closing date.
That's like skating on a clean sheet of ice, fast and smooth.
We're a local, veteran-owned company that's been helping Chicagoland homeowners since 2007.
Make the smart move and go for the win. Visit JeffBuysYourHouse.com for your no-obligation offer today.
You'd love new windows, but you don't want to pay a fortune for them? Well, January is a great time of year thanks to Window Nation. Right now, they're more affordable during Window Nation's Buy 4, Get 4 Windows free sale. Plus, you could get them 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. If you're feeling cold drafts from your windows, are seeing fog or mold around the frame, or paying a lot more for heat than your neighbors are, it's time for new windows. Don't wait to put an end to your window problems. Visit windownation.com now. That's windownation.com.
For breaking legal news on the hottest issues, tune into Legal Face Off on WGNradio.com, hosted by Rich Lenkoff and Tina Martini, and brought to you by McCorkle Litigation Services.
Time for a break. It's intermission time.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap.
Here's Charlie Remiliotis with your intermission update.
1-1 our score at the United Center between Blackhawks and Blue Jackets. Jack Heinrich filling in for Charlie Meliodas, who's on the call with John Weideman. And slow start for the Hawks in that first part of the first period, really that first half. But they were able to get that late goal after Columbus scored on the power play just before. Connor Bedard getting the goal with 2.7 seconds left to tie it up. And that's a big late period goal that we always talk about can be a big swing in momentum. So hopefully the Blackhawks can take advantage of that moving into the second period. Columbus is out shooting Chicago 14-8. And now it is time for current odds according to Circa Sports Illinois. The first team to score, Columbus was favored at -127, and they were the first team to score. Every time the Blackhawks win, someone will win a 2-night stay at Circa Resort and Casino, and another 100 people will get a $100 credit on the Circa app. See Blackhawks contest page for details. This is the only NHL game tonight right here in Chicago, so there's no NHL scoreboard update to do a full day tomorrow of NHL hockey. So we're going to look around the sports world. In some Bears news, Baltimore Ravens are hiring Bears offensive coordinator Declan Doyle as their next OC. He spent 1 season with the Bears learning under Ben Johnson. A big reason why he is going to Baltimore is because he will get play calling duties under new head coach Jesse Minter, who's a defensive-minded head coach coming over from the Chargers. The Vikings, a surprising move, fired their GM Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah earlier today. He had 3 winning seasons in 4 years as GM. He had a contract extension last offseason, but Minnesota kind of late in the cycle here is going to be looking for a new GM. Over in golf, the Farmers Insurance Open Round 2 complete in Southern California. Justin Rose, 17 under par as a 4-shot lead over Seamus Power. Joel Damon is also 11 under par. And Brooks Koepka in his first PGA Tour event in over 4 years after he moved over from LIV, shot 3 under par, and he made the cut at 3 under par. So Brooks Koepka playing in the weekend in his first round. Over in college basketball, big one in the Big Ten. Number 3 Michigan on the road at number 7 Michigan State, and it's Michigan with a 42-26 lead at halftime. And then Loyola is at DCU. They have an early 8-0 lead in the first half. And tomorrow, Northwestern hosts Washington. You hear that game right here on WGN. Pregame at 6:45, and the tip-off at 7 with Dave Ennett and Billy McKinney. And we'll have that game for you tomorrow night. And then over in baseball, shortstop Jacob Wilson and the Athletics are in agreement on a 7-year, $70 million contract extension. It also includes an 8th-year club option. Wilson finished second in Rookie of the Year voting, and he hit .311 last year for the A's. 1-1 our score here at the United Center. We'll take a break and break down that second period with Charlie Meliodas next. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey, it's Alex Vlasic. You're listening to WGN Radio, the only place for Blackhawks hockey.
Hey, it's Jeremy Roenick here. Let's be honest, not every beer fits every moment, but Yingling, they've got options. You want bold and rich, classic and smooth, light and crisp? They've got a beer for everyone's taste. Traditional lager, light lager, flight, black and tan. Each one brewed with real quality and nearly 200 years of family tradition. So whether it's post-game, pre-game, or no game at all, there's a Yingling for every taste. Yingling, legends stand the test of time. DG Yingling, it's on Pottsville, PA.
With America's best lineup of hybrids from Hyundai, you get the best of both worlds, like the reliable and efficient Tucson Hybrid, backed by America's best warranty. The Hyundai Tucson Hybrid. It's the best of both worlds.
Right now, for a limited time, lease the Hyundai Tucson for $249 a month or get 0.99% APR on the Tucson or Tucson Hybrid. Offers end February 2nd. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
It's Bob Surratt. If you're thinking about a vacation later this year, how about joining us on our 9-day Oceania cruise from Bilbao, Spain to Barcelona? Departing October 2nd, we'll be cruising along the coast of Spain with stops including Lisbon, Gibraltar, Malaga, and other exciting Spanish ports. Join us to some of the world's most exciting locales. For more info, call the travel store 800-777-6540. That's 800-777-6540. Or log on to the Surratt Show page at WGNradio.com. Click on the cruise ad.
The professionals at Plumbers 911 Chicago are ready to answer your call. They'll get your plumbing job done right the first time. Their phones are open 24/7, 1-833-PLUM-911.
Back here in the first intermission at the United Center. We got a concert going on. That's why it's super loud here on a Friday night. 1-1 our score between Blue Jackets and Blackhawks. We turn it over here to Charlie Meliodas. The first period, Charlie, a little slow for the Hawks. They were in their end a lot, but kind of evened it out there, and they got a big late goal, if you can hear my question.
What? No, I'm kidding. The very first shift of the game, the Blue Jackets spent the entire first minute inside the Chicago zone, and so the Hawks had to clear that out of there, then kind of reset. And, man, the Hawks have played a lot of hockey lately. They're coming off the tough one last night. I think it's their third game in 4 days, and so it's been a lot of hockey. And by the way, the Blue Jackets actually were supposed to have a game a few days ago against the LA Kings, and it got canceled because of the weather. And so the Blue Jackets have really only had like one game in the last 5 days, and so they're pretty fresh.
Sounds crazy.
Yeah, so I don't. The Hawks don't know what that feels like, because coming out of the holiday break, the Hawks was starting a stretch of 21 games in 40 days. So essentially a game every other day, even just a little bit more than that. So no surprise that the Hawks are maybe starting to feel it in the legs. But I thought as the period went on, the Hawks started to kind of just rediscover their legs, and they were able to get into the game.
Yeah, that goal by Bedard was really big because they were tied, and then a late penalty. They get the penalty kill has been great, and they get that one in. You could see that being deflating, but they were able, Alex Vlasic, the shot got blocked. He sent another one through, and Bedard going to the net gets the goal.
It's funny because Columbus scored on the power play, and I was almost shocked because I'm like, wait, the Hawks never give up.
That's not supposed to happen.
That's not supposed to happen. You kind of just mentally chalk that up as a kill because the Hawks have the number one ranked penalty kill in the entire NHL, and they've been killing at like a 93% clip since the calendar flipped to 2026. So they've just been sensational in that area. But for the Hawks to respond in the way that they did, I feel like it would have been a little bit of a demoralizing first intermission if they were like, all right, down one. Columbus just had 14 shots on goal in that first period. Hawks kind of have to find their legs, but for them to get that late goal to tie things up, they can go into the first intermission with with some momentum and maybe carry that, just kind of ride the energy going into the second period.
And it seems like Connor Bedard's starting to regain his form after it took him a few games to get back under himself after an injury.
Yeah, we were talking to Jeff Blashill after his media availability, and he thought Connor Bedard, the last couple games, he's looked really good. And so I think Bedard is finding his legs again. He's finding his timing. He only had that one empty net goal, but now he's got back-to-back games with a goal where a goalie was in the net. So that's obviously encouraging. Last night, obviously the second goal to make it made it from 6-1 to 6-2. So it kind of came in garbage time. But I wonder if that maybe freed him up just a little bit, and hopefully number 98 can finish the last week strong going into the Olympic break.
All right, sounds good. Charlie, we'll talk after the second.
All right, let's do it.
All right, 1-1 our score. We'll get you set up for the second period next. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
Sometimes words fall short. That's when jewelry speaks. This Valentine's Day, say everything you feel with a gift that lasts. At Rogers & Holland's Family Jewelers, their Valentine's Day sales features incredible savings on jewelry and watches made to cherish forever. When words aren't enough, let jewelry do the talking at Rogers & Holland's. Stop by one of their many stores or shop online at fornowandforever.com.
Rogers and Holland, for now and forever.
When you're betting and find yourself constantly thinking about gambling and you're losing more money than you have, are you really winning? If you're spending too much time with the slots or you can't stop betting on sports and you find yourself feeling overwhelmed, maybe lying, and probably losing more money than you can afford to lose, you're not alone and you can get help. It's available 24/7 and it's confidential. When your betting has gotten out of hand, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.areyoureallywinning.com. Sponsored by the Illinois Department of Human Services.
With 100 years on the ice, the Blackhawks know what it takes to build a legacy. Since 1936, Culligan is proudly called Chicago home, delivering high-quality water solutions to build a legacy of trust, innovation, and service. As the Blackhawks' official water provider, Culligan gives you cleaner, safer, better-tasting water at home, at work, and while you sing when the Hawks score a goal. Global leaders with hometown hearts, Culligan understands that taking better care of water means taking better care of you, your home, and the world around you. Culligan, water you love.
Remember that smell of the sauce simmering on the stove all day? The laughter, the stories, the family gathered around the table. You can bring back that feeling with Marconi imported Italian tomatoes. These aren't just any tomatoes. They're grown, picked, and packed in the San Marzano region of Italy. Rich, sweet, full of flavor. The perfect base for your homemade sauce and soups. Next time you're at the store, look for Marconi, because the best conversations start in the kitchen and the best meals start with Marconi. And don't forget the Giardiniera.
For the lowest gas prices in Chicagoland, visit WGNradio.com/gas prices. Sponsored by your local Chevy dealers at ChevyDriveChicago.com.
Up next, the second period. Here's Charlie Roumeliotis with your recap.
Jack Heinrich filling in for Charlie today. 1-1. The Blackhawks and Blue Jackets are tied as we get set here for the second intermission. Columbus out shooting Chicago 14-8 in the late power play goal for Columbus, and it looked like they were going to take a 1-0 lead into the first intermission, but Connor Bedard was able to find the back of the net just in the nick of time.
Bertuzzi in the corner, stopping on a dime there with 9. Put it to the high slot. Vlasic fires, and that's blocked by Jenner. Vlasic got it back, fires again. Stopped in front, rebound, score! Connor Bedard! With 2.7 seconds left on the clock, he ties the score at 1. And for Connor Bedard, that's goal number 22 on the season. 1-1 the score.
Big goal for the Blackhawks there with Bedard scoring with under 3 seconds left. 1-1 our score. And now it's time for What's on Deck, sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing. #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at timbertech.com as I send it over to John Weideman and Charlie Meliotis for the call of the second period.
Jack, what do you think's on deck, brother? Go ahead.
I think more goals. I think that last goal would spark the boys a little bit, and they'll be fired up.
Kind of like that thinking. Char, anything you'd like to add?
Well, as long as it doesn't resemble last night's second period, I think we're good. I think we'll be okay.
Well, Charlie's got a good memory, folks. He remembers that stuff. I tend to try and wipe that stuff out and stick with the present, but whatever. All right. It's kind of like Dead Reckoning. You know where you are based on where you've been, right? Okay. That's a nautical term. Underway here in the second period. Blue Jackets controlling their end. Charlie Coyle, their goal scorer, passing to center ice on the right wing for Denton Matejchuk. Sticks it down behind the Hawk net. And Knight spins it around up the left wing side. This bounces to center ice. Olivier and now Grizzly get their sticks on the puck at the same time at the Blue Jacket blue line, and the puck tumbles up and over the glass. So whistle stops play. And now line changes for both teams. 19 seconds have come and gone.
John, I'm going to dive into our speed of the game, sponsored by Chicagoland Jiffy Lube. Visit your local Jiffy Lube today for quick, quality oil change that gets you in and out in a jiffy. I'm going to give it to Frank Nazar. A few games ago against the Florida Panthers, he hit a top speed of 23.76 miles per hour. That is the 9th fastest top speed in the NHL this season. So how about that? Frank Nazar getting inside the top 10 in that area.
He really does have, in some ways, underrated speed. Like, he's not known really for his speed. You think speed, you think, Nathan McKinnon, Connor McDavid, and maybe to a lesser extent Oliver Moore. But Nazar does have some really good wheels. We've seen him with that separation speed at times here on this ice surface. Into the Hawk zone, Mason Marchment drops it ahead now for Adam Fantilli. He goes toward the Hawk net, but directed in behind with the puck. Then it's taken back along the far boards. Shot across the rink by Severson. Fantilli on the near side tried to drive the puck on goal. This hits a Hawk player's stick and deflects up into the netting. So we'll get a whistle and a face-off in a circle to Spencer Knight's right. I want to see how soon Columbus captain Boone Jenner is out on the ice here. He was the one that blocked that initial shot by Vlasic near the end of the period, Charlie, and it looked like that hit him in like the side of the skate. I'm not sure. I'm looking down at the Blue Jackets bench. I don't see him down there per se, but their uniforms are a little hard to make out from a distance. Off the draw, Werenski from the high slot will fire one in on goal, and Knight is down with a glove save and holds on. Another face-off in the Hawk end to his right. Boone Jenner, by the way, pretty tough guy.
He is. I do see him on the back. I just got out the nifty binoculars that Z gives us here at Blackhawks games. I do see him sitting on the bench, but I imagine he's still that's one of those things where you're probably not going to want to take off your boot after the game because it's going to be a little swollen, but he's probably going to muscle through the rest of this game.
That's why they have lots of ice packs in hockey dressing rooms. Inside the Hawk zone now, Teravainen pushes the puck out to the Hawk blue line. It's taken away at the line, however, by Sillinger of the Jackets. Put it down beside the net. Spencer Knight guides it in behind to Connor Murphy, playing in his 800th game. Now Burakovsky turns it over in front. Coyle shoots and scores. This is an egregious turnover by Andre Burakovsky, and he knew it. From the corner to Spencer Knight's right, he took the puck and tried to go rink wide with a pass. This is picked off between the circles by Coyle, who in his next motion shot it into the top shelf. 2-1 Columbus.
Yeah, Andre Burakovsky tried sending his outlet pass. I don't know if he was trying to get it over to Matt Grzelcyk or if he was trying to give it over to the far forward, but that is not an area that you want to pass the puck. And Charlie Coyle beats Spencer Knight, glove side, top shelf. That's Charlie Coyle's second goal of the game. Mm-hmm. That means I bumped down to I'm the second Charlie in this broadcast today because Charlie Coyle has me beat with a couple of goals right now, and he's on Hattie watch.
Oh, way to go, Charlie. Now inside the Hawk zone in the near corner, Sam Rinzel snaps a pass up the right wing to the aforementioned Frank Nazar, who shot it down behind the Blue Jacket net. And Merzlikins was given a tap with the stick from Connor Bedard as the Jackets clear their end. Bedard now takes the puck back. Whips it across. Jenner intercepts inside the Blue Jacket zone, so that eliminates the curiosity about whether he's going to be back on the ice or not. Jenner with the lead pass to Monahan into the Hawk zone on the left wing side. Now Monahan in the right wing corner, leaving the puck for Jenner, but Sam Rinzel beat him to it for the Hawks. Up the left wing boards to Bedard, tried to clear it out, held in by the Jackets, and a shot by Werenski toward the net, picked off by Jenner, who angles himself and then fires one in on goal, turned away by Knight. Rinzel will now skate the puck to center. Rinzel firing it down the right boards and in behind the Jackets net. Merzlikins plays it calmly over to the far corner. Now here are the Jackets attacking. Miles Wood down the left wing Hawk zone. Fires one in on goal from the left wing side, and a stick save made by Knight. Now Goodbranson misplays the puck at the Hawk blue line. Has to go back into the Jackets' end to get it. Moves it up the left wing side. Christensen to Goodbranson. Right wing is center ice. He'll stick it down in behind the Hawk net off the end board. Knight stopping it there for Grzelcyk, who ran into one of the Blue Jackets. That's Voronkov. Here's Dmitry Voronkov. Put it out to the left point. Jake Christensen there. Put it in behind the net. That's taken by Johnson. Put it around to the right point. Goodbranson sends it to the left point where Christensen fires, and that's into the glove of Spencer Knight. He'll hold the puck and a whistle stops play. 16:50 now left in period number 2, and now 2-1 in favor of the Blue Jackets. Charlie Coyle's second of the game, is 14th on the season.
You know, Hawks have had a little bit of they haven't had the start that they've wanted in this game. Now, a little bit surprising, earlier in the season, the Hawks were 0-4, all 4 losses in regulation in the second of back-to-backs in those first 4 games. But in the last 3 second of back-to-backs, the Hawks are 2-0-1, outscoring opponents 7-3 over that stretch. So they've been much better on the second of a back-to-back as of late, but they're struggling to find their legs so far in this one.
Nazar facing off against Mason Marchment. Circle to the right of Spencer Knight. Nazar wins it to the near boards to Crevier. He'll poke the puck down to the corner, tried to stab it in behind the net. Marchenko intercepts and tried to put the puck in front, picked off by the Hawks' Jason Dickinson. He waves it up the right wing to center ice. Taken back by the Jackets. Provorov sent it across the rink. And then Marchenko sticks it down around into the near corner Hawk zone. He's over to get the puck, picked off by Nazar. He'll lift it down ice into the Blue Jacket zone. Denton Matejchuk got to it in the far corner, ahead of Ilya Mikheyev of the Hawks. Puck knocked free into the near corner. Matejchuk is there again. Passing up the left wing side. This is off of Fantilli's skate to the Hawk blue line. Vlasic there to get it. To Dickinson, to Donato over the Jacket line right wing. Send it across into the left circle for Ilya Mikheyev. Pass a little too hot to handle. Provorov shot at the line. Held in there by Bedard. Down to the left circle now for Donato. Donato in the corner. And his stick lifted off the puck by Kirill Marchenko. And the Jackets are able to clear their end. Marchment handing it on the left wing side to Fantilli. He'll fling it down the glass behind the Hawk net. Knight guides the puck into the far corner. White Kaiser there to get it. Pumps it now over to Renzel with a pass ahead to center ice for Bertuzzi. Deflects it into the right wing corner. Jackets zone. Severson there for the Jackets. Winds the puck around up the right wing side. And then Boone Jenner just put it out to center ice, but right to Wyatt Kaiser, who sticks the puck off the right corner glass Jacket zone. Jackets come out of their end, led by Kent Johnson. Tried to give the puck to Boone Jenner, Hawk blue line. Sam Renzel broke that up. Moves the puck into the Jacket zone. Bertuzzi put it high slot. Nazar, one-time shot, and that deflects up and out of play. A whistle stops play. Pretty good shot there by Frank Nazar, but unfortunately, he had the goaltender standing in his way. So 2-1 in favor of Columbus. 15-12 left in period number 2.
We mentioned how Frank Nazar hit that max burst of speed at north of 23 miles per hour a few games ago against the Florida Panthers. It feels like he's back to being the Frank Nazar that we're used to seeing. Last night, I thought he was really good. He had 2 assists in the game, and then the game prior to that, Minnesota, he has 4 shots on goal. Only Connor Bedard was higher than him among all skaters. So great to have number 91 back in the lineup and looking like himself again.
By the way, that last sequence of play, Frank Nazar's shot was deflected out of play by the defenseman Damon Severson. The puck hit the shaft of his stick and went into the netting. Goodbranson back at the Blue Jacket blue line. Sent it across to Christensen. He swept it into the Hawk zone, picked off by Grzelcyk. Head to green at center ice to Burakovsky. Over the Jacket line to the right wing half board. Stopping there, he's checked off the puck by Christensen. Coyle at center ice on the left wing side. Shot it across the rink. And Goodbranson fed the puck ahead for Olivier at the Hawk blue line. This deflects off his stick and up and over the glass. So we're down to 14:35 left in period number 2. No change in the score, but a change in the shots on goal. However, 19-8 favoring the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Yeah, and the Hawks still searching for their first shot on goal of this second period. Frank Nazar did get that nice look on the last shift, but that was deflected, as you heard, John. And so shots on goal in the second period, 5-0 in favor of Columbus.
Provorov enters the Hawk zone along the left wing side. Fires a shot that deflects off the glass. Lafferty back the other way over the Jacket line down the right wing. Sidesteps a check, carries behind the net. Sets up the left point, Kaiser. Moves it right point, Renzel. That pass handcuffed him a bit, but he gathers it in and spins it down behind the net. Rides up the far side to Wood. He'll clear to center ice in front of the Blue Jackets bench. And Barunkov went for a spill. Hawks get the puck back. Lafferty entering the Jacket zone. Gave it to Renzel. Renzel along the right board. Sent the puck down beside the net. This is picked off by Prober off of the Jackets. To Matejchuk. He can't clear the zone. Oliver Moore took it back right point. And spins it down behind the Jackets net. Merzlikins leaving it there for Provorov. Passing up the left wing to Miles Wood. He is checked at center ice there by Crevier. Bertuzzi took the puck into the Blue Jacket zone, but this play is whistled down on the offside. 13:41 left in period number 2 here at the United Center. It's the Jackets 2 and the Hawks 1. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN. Well, we're still here at the United Center. John Weideman and Charlie Roumeliotis. And while we have this opportunity, Charlie, we've got the Olympic break coming up. And Elvis Merzlikins, of course, the Blue Jackets goaltender, will play for Latvia. The goaltender we saw last night, Artur Shilov's playing for Pittsburgh. I thought he was very solid. I like Latvia's chances to be a decent team in the Olympics. I don't know if they'll medal, but I like what they've got in goal so far.
You know, even in the World Juniors, it feels like Latvia always has an upset game somewhere, and it's usually against Team Canada, ironically, where they'll have like they'll have a goaltender that will just stand on his head. So I wonder if Latvia is going to be on upset city here too.
All right, we'll know in a little bit. Right now, we're going to take a break. 2-1 favor of the Jackets. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
What do the Blackhawks and United Airlines have in common? The next generation has arrived, and the future looks bright. New planes are joining the United Airlines fleet every week, decked out with Bluetooth connectivity, screens and power at every seat, and bigger overhead bins to fit everyone's carry-on. Book your next trip on the United app or United.com today. United Airlines, proud to be the official airline of the Chicago Blackhawks.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your knowledge to work on the events that matter to you. Prediction Markets isn't just sports. It's the Fed rate decision, your favorite award show, and so much more beyond the playing field. Trade events with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Did you know most remodeling problems start before construction begins? Unclear plans, uncertain timelines, unexpected costs. At Forever Remodeling, every kitchen, bathroom, and basement remodel starts with smart planning. Clear project.
Back to the United Center, Charlie Roumeliotis and John Weideman for Blackhawks hockey. 2-1 Columbus as we rejoin the play. In the Hawks zone left point, Zach Werenski, a long wrist shot, knocked away with a glove from Knight. Coyle grabs it behind the net, put it in front. Olivier shoots and scores. Mathieu Olivier, more known for his fighting than his goal scoring, looked like a goal scorer there. He snapped it into the top shelf past Spencer Knight. It's now 3-1 in favor of Columbus.
Boy, this line has been really good for Columbus in this game, and the Hawks' second period struggles continue. Connor Murphy was battling in front of the net with one of the
Cole Sillinger.
Yeah, Cole Sillinger, and Spencer Knight looked like he was fighting through traffic. I'm not even sure he saw this. Yeah, the puck the shot happened right when Spencer Knight got blocked, and it beats him glove side for the second time. The Hawks might be looking to see if they're going to challenge for goaltender interference, but Jeff Blashill says, nope, we are good. Or is he going to say we're going to challenge? Yeah, I think he is actually, John.
Okay.
Let's get the call.
Chicago is using its coach's challenge for goaltender interference prior to the goal.
All right, well, they're taking a second look. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine.
And we always hear the song, Tell Me Something Good. Well done by Sergio and the guys that play the music here.
You know, I'm not sure this is gonna go Chicago's way. But I think if nothing else, even if the goal does count, I don't see much goaltender interference here. But I think Jeff Blashill might be using this as kind of like a de facto timeout. However, if the Hawks lose this challenge, they will go on the penalty kill. But the Hawks do have a lot of faith in that number 1 ranked penalty kill this season. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. I don't know. Do you see anything there, John? I don't.
I'm thinking.
I think the contact happened right after the puck went into the net.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of don't think there was any. Sillinger was doing his best to stay away from Spencer Knight and stay at the top of the crease. He provided an excellent screen. And I'll tell you, I like the look of that line, by the way. Coyle with Sillinger and Olivier. Olivier, by the way, lest you think that, well, let's get the call.
Challenge was determined there was no goaltender interference. We have a good goal. Chicago was assessed a 2-minute penalty for delay of game.
So for Matthew Olivier, that's goal number 6 on the season. And his career high, by the way, is 18. And Charlie, there's a guy who's locked up by the Blue Jackets until 2030-31. Matthew Olivier, 28 years old. I've already talked about how tough he is. He had a scrap with Ryan Reeves recently, and when you take down Ryan Reeves the way he did, you're done something. So he's the full player, Matthew Olivier, and I think he's a great compliment to that line.
Yeah, that is one guy you do not want to drop the gloves against because he's a big boy and he can absolutely throw some haymakers.
Born in Biloxi, Mississippi, of all places. I think his dad played pro hockey down there in the East Coast League. I think he played for Bruce Boudreau, in fact. I'm going to do my research on that. We get a whistle, and icing's going to be a call against the Columbus Blue Jackets. They're going to face this off back inside the Blue Jacket zone in the circle to the right of Elvis Merzlikins. Blue Jackets on the power play have 1:46. So the Hawks had something to wake the crowd up late in the first period on Connor Bedard's goal. Since then, there hasn't been a lot going on. They still don't have a shot on goal in the period. Draw one by the Hawks, however. Ilya Mikheyev checked off the puck along the left boards, fights through that check, got to the puck in behind the net. The one-man penalty killing unit for the Hawks knocks it away, but the Jackets get the puck back. Marchenko will drop it off to Zach Werenski. He gains the Jackets line, drops the puck behind himself to Adam Fantilli, taking 2 spots in the 2023 draft behind Connor Bedard. Dickinson now to a loose puck. Hawk zone will clear to center ice. Here's Werenski over the center ice circle, dropping it back to the Blue Jacket line. Kirill Marchenko through center ice and over the Hawk blue line. Put it on the right point side now. Coyle flips it down in the far circle. Murphy knocking Marchenko down, took the puck away and clears to center ice. Jackets have to regroup. Werenski over the center ice circle. Will wave the puck on the right wing side to Coyle. Goes rink wide with a pass. Marchenko into the Hawk zone to Marchment left point, leaving it there for Werenski. Tried to spin a pass back to the slot and did, picked off by Murphy. Hands it ahead to Mikheyev through center. Over the Jacket line, right wing. Drop past Green. Tried a little toe drag maneuver to get it by Coyle. But Coyle reaching in with a stick pulls it away. 30 seconds left on the Blue Jacket power play. Ivan Provorov over the center ice circle. Dropping the puck back to the Blue Jacket blue line to Kent Johnson coming along. He's into the Hawk zone down the left wing side. Kaiser stepping into him there in the corner. Puck comes free. Green's got it, and he'll lift it clear over everybody and all the way down. Effective penalty killing there by the Hawks. Time to start a new streak.
Yeah, no question. And what a hit by Connor Murphy on Kirill Marchenko. Good thing Matthew Olivier wasn't on the ice because I'm sure he would have stormed up and there would have been some ruckus.
Hawks are back to full strength, and that is sponsored by Northwestern Medicine Orthopedics on a relentless pursuit of better medicine. Monahan from the slot, Hawk zone firing a shot. Knight fought it off. Puck cleared away by Crevier up the right side. Oliver Moore center ice. Teuvo Teravainen weaving in over the Jacket line, gave it to Moore, whose stick was held up there by Kent Johnson. Moore fell down to the ice. Johnson's got the puck racing into the Hawk zone right wing side. He'll poke it to the net from the circle, and that's a glove save made by Spencer Knight, who holds on. We're down to 10:45 left in the second period. 3-1 Columbus. Jackets very good in transition here tonight, Charlie.
Yeah, they are, and they're not really known to be a transition team, especially when John Tortorella was the head coach and Dean Evison as well. They were more kind of a grindy, tight team. But now that they got some skilled guys that they drafted in Adam Fantilli and Kent Johnson, they do have the skill now to play an up-tempo brand of hockey. And the Blackhawks, fortunately, they could do that too because the Hawks built that way too, where they want to play fast and they want to play up tempo as well.
Blue Jackets' first ever head coach in their history was a man named Dave King, who many in the hockey world felt was brilliant. He had coached the Canadian national team for a number of years. I think he was Troy Murray's head coach at one time. But a number of coaches have gone through the Columbus area, including some very famous ones. You mentioned Tortorella. I'll throw Ken Hitchcock on the pile. There have been a few others, and they believe Rick Bowness is the guy that's going to produce the winning formula. Deep in the Blue Jacket zone, Goodbranson clears the puck to the line, held in by Wyatt Kaiser, moving down the slot, leaves it for Bertuzzi, right circle. Sent it over for the left circle for Bedard. One of the Jackets reaching in there, that's Monahan, deflects the puck up and out of play, and a whistle will stop play. 10 minutes left in period number 2. The Jackets 3 and the Hawks 1. And we'll keep it right here because we're not taking a break just yet.
One more second.
The circle to the right of Merzlikins.
One more second and we would have taken a break. It's under the 10-minute mark, but we are at exactly 10 minutes. You know, when I grew up, do you remember this, John? The Hawks had there was something that happened. I think it was in the second period. If the clock stops exactly at 10 minutes, I think like there was some sort of giveaway that happened. I remember. I think I was in the building for one of those.
Off the draw, Crevier hammers a shot from the right point. It goes through the Jackets' crease and wide. Going to get back to you on that. Here's a shot from Mikheyev, left circle, and a glove save made by Merzlikins. He'll hold on, and a whistle will stop play. Well, guess what? That red light did come on. We're going to take a break. 9:50 left in the second. 3-1 Columbus. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey, hockey fans. It's Chris Chelios. What are you sipping tonight? El Bandito Yankee is a new ultra-premium tequila that is 100% pure and natural with no additives. Just 100% blue agave. El Bandito Yankee Tequila is the most flavorful blue Weber agave in the world. Now available at Benny's, Mariano's, Jewel, and Woodman's. Go to elbanditoyankee.com to learn more about what makes us so damn good.
Did you know most remodeling problems start before construction begins? Unclear plans, uncertain timelines, unexpected costs. At Forever Remodeling, every kitchen, bathroom, and basement remodel starts with smart planning, clear project details, 3D design previews, and accurate upfront pricing before you commit to the project. No stress, no guesswork, no surprises. Ready to remodel? Start with a smart plan. Visit foreverremodeling.com. That's foreverremodeling.com.
Labor unions are the backbone of our country. Unions protect members and help them lead healthier lives. That's why United Healthcare provides active and retired labor union members access to quality healthcare benefits. As a trusted resource, the dedicated team will help Taft-Hartley and multi-employer funds find the right combination of health benefits. Visit uhc.com/unions for more information. Quality healthcare coverage for labor unions. Insurance coverage provided by or through United Healthcare Insurance Company of Illinois or their affiliates. Administrative services provided by United Healthcare Services, Inc. or their affiliates.
Jiffy Lube's quick, quality 15-minute oil change service means your car will be ready before you know it. You'll find yourself saying, already ready? With Jiffy Lube, you'll be in and out in a jiffy.
WGN Chicago is your radio home for the Hawks, the Cats, March Madness, and the Indy 500. On air and on smart devices worldwide.
Tonight's broadcast is sponsored by Flight by Yingling. Crisp, refreshing, only 95 calories. Flight, the next generation of light beer, John. And I do have an answer. The Illinois Lottery started a promotion. It was with the Blackhawks in 2009, where the fan would go home a winner if there was a goal scored at exactly the 10-minute mark in the second period. And Marty Havlat scored 3 games into the promotion. A fan went home, I think, with like $1 million. And the Hawks were like, all right, we have to potentially reconsider this. But that's where my mind went. Yeah. 2009.
Marty Havlat, war number 24, and just a great player. Unfortunately, the poor guy couldn't stay healthy. Later on, though, the Hawks were able to get number 81, Marian Hossa, who was also from that region of the world, and the rest is history. Sam Rinzel, right point, Blue Jacket zone, hands the puck down the boards, Oliver Moore. He'll get some room and fire from the top of the right circle. That's into the glove of Merzlikins. He'll hold on. We get a whistle stopping play. Face-off circle to his left. A lot of whistles in this game, and I'm sure that Rick Bowness, head coach of the Columbus Blue Jackets, is okay with that because he's got some pretty good face-off now.
Yeah, choppy start here. Hey, let's do a Who's Hot, Who's Cold, sponsored by Plumbers 911 Chicago, where they do it right the first time. Who's cold? The Toronto Maple Leafs, 0-5-1 in their last 6 games. Who's hot, though, John? I'm going to go to Detroit and say Patrick Kane, who's on a 3-game point streak,
Yes,
but he
sir.
also became the all-time leading point scorer by an American-born player with 1,375 points. Congrats to number 88 on that achievement.
Yeah, I saw that on X and just very, very happy for Pat. Here's Nazar down the slot. Shoots, he scores! His first goal in 5 games. He took a little dish from Bedard from the right wing boards of the Blue Jacket zone and rolled in on Merzlikins and stuck it into the top shelf. We're tied at 2. Time to break out that Bandito, buddy.
And how about that, John? Your who's going to deliver was Connor Bedard. Mine was who you're banking on was Frank Nazar. Both of our guys just teamed up for a goal for Chicago. Connor Bedard with a nice little sauce pass over the defenseman's stick, and Frank Nazar with a little flick in the top right corner. And he has a Frank Nazar type celly, and that is going to break. We are going to break out the Bandito, celebrate every goal this season with El Bandito Yankee Tequila.
Give me another one, buddy. Boom. 2-2 the score. Back inside the Hawk zone in the near corner. Mason Marchment, Louis Crevier battle. 2 big guys. Crevier wins the battle for the puck. Put it up the right wing to Mikheyev. He strokes it rink wide now. Vlasic will hand it off to Dickinson. Down the left wing into the Jacket zone to the corner. Matejchuk pulled the puck away anyway with his stick. And Provorov to the puck now. Jacket line left wing. Will spin and flip it along the boards into the Hawk zone. Vlasic back to take the puck in the near corner. Vlasic to Crevier, right wing side. Put it out to Dickinson at center ice on the left wing. He'll fling it down the boards behind the Jacket. Now this hops over the stick of Merzlikins into the near corner to Provorov. Passing up the left wing, Adam Fantilli, center ice. Sends it across for Marchenko into the Hawk zone, but Wyatt Kaiser stepped in front of him and very adeptly pulled the puck free. Then passes it ahead to Donato at center ice to Bedard, flying in over the line to Renzel, top of the right circle. He shoots, and that deflects over the net. Fantilli along the left wing boards had the puck stripped away. Mikheyev, the Nazar in the slot, firing a shot, and that's turned wide by Merzlikins. I think Nazar's feeling it. Sets up the high slot for Bedard. Fans on a shot. Renzel didn't. To Bedard, high slot. He'll take it over to the right wing circle. Hold the puck to Renzel on the slot. Over to Nazar. One-timer from the bottom of the left circle. That hit the side of the net. Bertuzzi got it back in the left wing corner. Leaving it along the left wing boards for Nazar. To Bertuzzi in the slot. He shoots, and that nearly took Connor Bedard's head off. He had to turn out of the way. And Kaiser fires from the right point. That's blocked in front by Severson. He'll dish it ahead into the Hawk zone. Marchment right circle will roll in and fire. And Spencer Knight got a shoulder on that. Loose puck to the near boards. Bedard sweeps it up the boards, not out. Here's a shot from the line. That's off the stick of Christensen. Turned out of there at the Hawks defense. Kaiser to center ice. To Nazar over the Jacket line. Tries to go through the defense. Leaves it for Bedard in the slot to Nazar. Bottom of the right circle. Sends it in front for Bertuzzi. He was tied up in front of the net and couldn't get a shot away. Jackets get the puck back. Here's Voronkov into the Hawk zone down the left wing side. Turn the puck over to Connor Murphy. And then Murphy draws a penalty. Hawks are going to go to the Sitco power play. Ryan Green had the puck stripped away by Eric Goodbranson of the Jackets just inside the line, and the whistle blows. And Dmitry Voronkov is not too happy with this as he heads to the penalty box, and here's why.
Just overturned 2 minutes for holding.
That's why. So the Hawks are going to get a Sitco power play. Score savings on every fill-up with Club Sitco. Download the app now to start saving.
Man, the Hawks might need to consider using a timeout here because the Frank Nazar, Connor Bedard, and Tyler Bertuzzi line were out there, even Sam Renzel, for north of a minute, and they were absolutely zipping it around in the offensive zone. The Hawks are a little delayed in getting to the offensive zone because they were getting a little bit of a breather. And yeah, the Hawks are going to throw out the second unit because a lot of the guys on the first unit are gassed, but first Sitco power play of the game, and it's coming at a big time. Hawks score here. They can even things up at 3 when they haven't played their best so far in this game yet.
Face-off circle to Merzlikins is left. Jackets get control off the draw. Monahan pokes it into the corner, and a scrum ensues. Goodbranson tries to drag it out of the pile. Ryan Donato's right behind him. They're trying to stab the puck out of the skates of Goodbranson. He's a big dude, 6'5" and about 230. Puck comes free to Green. Put it up the boards. Grizzlick right point. Down to Green, top of the right circle. Fed it over left circle for Burakovsky. Burakovsky to the left wing board. Sent the puck to the corner for Green. Provorov strokes it away, and now Monahan will grab the puck between the circles and clear it all the way down. 1:25 on the Hawk power play. their first power play of the night. Grizzly back of the Hawk net with the puck. Steps out at the left wing side. Drops it for Andre Burakovsky, then to Ryan Green at center ice. The Newfoundlander will fire it down the boards deep into the Jacket zone. Puck circles the net, left wing corner to Donato. Spun it back around. Moore at the right point could not hold the puck in. This will bank down ice into the Hawk zone. Spencer Knight way out of his net to the near corner to stop it there for Grizzly. He carries in behind, then out to the Hawk blue line. Now with 56 seconds on the power play. Dropping it there. Teravainen to Bedard. Racing in over the Jacket line on the right wing. Dropping it back for Nazar, but reaching in for the Jackets was Isaac Lundstrom. And he'll stick it down ice into the Hawk zone. Renzel there. To Bertuzzi at center ice. Got it to Nazar over the Jacket blue line. He lost it down the boards to Zach Werenski, and he'll clear the puck down. 30 seconds left on the Hawk power play. Renzel out to center ice. Got the puck to Bertuzzi. Hawk line left wing. Hands it to Bedard over the center ice circle. Tried to fire it down the glass. This one caught a stick and deflects over the glass and into the crowd. And so a whistle stops play. Now 5:13 left in period number 2. 3-2 Columbus. Let me correct myself. 3-2 Columbus. 24 seconds left on the Hawk power play. Face off at center ice.
Yeah, the second unit not able to do much with their opportunity. First unit jumps on with about a minute left on the power play, and they haven't been able to get set up in the offensive zone with 24 seconds left on this Citgo power play, and the faceoff's coming outside of the zone.
And Monahan wins it back into the Jacket end. Goodbranson will wind up and drive the puck off the left side boards and down. Teravainen drops it now between the circles. Connor Bedard with 12. He'll skate the puck ahead to center. And then stripped of the puck at the Jacket line by Monahan. Renzel took it. Tried to hand it off to Teravainen, who now gets his goaltender involved, Spencer Knight. He flips it now over to Teravainen. The Jackets come to full strength. Teravainen now to center. Drops it off Sam Renzel on the right wing side. He'll sweep it down the boards in behind the Jacket net to the left wing corner. And Voronkov put it back in behind around up the near side to Kirill Marchenko. Marchenko lost the puck at the Hawk blue line. Crevier whips it over to Vlasic on the left wing side ahead to Teravainen, who falls into Marchman at the Hawk blue line. They both go down. Crevier carries on into the Jacket zone, crossing the zone to the left wing circle and firing a backhander. That goes wide of the net and around the boards and back down ice into the Hawk end. And Vlasic back to take it there. Passing to Dickinson, center ice over the logo to Mikheyev over the Jacket line down the right wing. Breaks with the puck behind the net, sets up the left point. Vlasic there. Down to Mikheyev, left wing circle. Here's Mikheyev turning away to the half boards. Sets up the deep slot. Vlasic, long wrist shot, and that deflects wide. Loose puck to the right wing corner. Crevier's got it. Walks in front with a backhander, and a pad save made by Merzlikins. Along the right wing board, Slaggert pulls the puck out to Vlasic, high slot. Long shot from there. Glove save. Loose puck now in the near circle. It's picked up by Voronkov now Marchenko for the Jackets, and he'll carry to center ice and fire a long one into the glove of Knight. Hawks come back up ice. Ryan Green into the Jacket zone down the right wing side. Put it down to Burakovsky behind the net. He is checked. Puck comes free. Werenski flips it to the line. Held in at the left point by Kaiser. He sends it down behind the net around to the right wing corner. Green had the puck and lost it. Cleared ahead by Boone Jenner to the Hawk blue line. Wyatt Kaiser to the puck. Scoops it out to center ice. Jenner took it right back. And he'll stick it down behind the Hawk net off the inboards. Murphy to the puck to Ryan Green, right wing Hawk line. Rink wide pass Burakovsky. Through center ice over the Jacket line on the left wing side. He'll flip it down the boards behind the net. It goes up the near side to Monahan of the Jackets. To Werenski, center ice. Crossing the Hawk line down the right wing side. Fires a backhand. That's into the glove of Spencer Knight. And he'll hold it. We get a whistle stopping play. 2:48 left in period number 2. It's 3-2 Columbus. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Hi, this is Dave Musil, owner of Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. And I want to guarantee you a breakdown-free winter. Did you know that a dirty furnace costs more to operate and can lead to higher utility bills and untimely breakdowns? Now is the time to schedule your Four Seasons furnace tune-up and save $50. A Four Seasons furnace tune-up includes a 35-point inspection, complete cleaning, and we calibrate every component of your furnace. So call today.
For all the right reasons, call 866 Four Seasons.
Hockey fans,
I'm Frank Cerrone, President and CEO of Pan American Bank and Trust. If you're a business owner in the Chicagoland area, you already know average doesn't cut it. You need a bank partner who moves fast, understands your needs, and delivers the capital and ideas to power your next big play. That's exactly what we do. We're Chicago's premier bank for ambitious entrepreneurs. Don't just bank, partner with Pan American Bank. Let's build something great together. Pan American Bank, Chicago's bank for ambitious entrepreneurs. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Do you want to stash away some secret stuff? Park it right here in the Parker bedroom from Penny Mustard.
Their top-selling bedroom collection.
The classic Louis Philippe-inspired design blends with just about any decor. From Main Street, USA to Park Avenue.
But what really sets it apart is the secret storage.
The Parker collection features secret storage areas, including the 4-post bed. You know, for extra parking. The Parker bedroom, starting at $10,213 at Penny Mustard.
6 Chicagoland showrooms.
PennyMustard.com.
Hey, Blackhawks fans, it's Connor Murphy. Break's over. Back to the guys.
Thanks, Murph. Support our captain, Nick Foligno, in a special 50-50 raffle that ends at the conclusion of tonight's game. 50% of the net proceeds from this week's total sales will go to one lucky fan, and the remainder will benefit Nick's Family Foundation, the Hearts Playbook, to fund a fellowship program for cardiologists to further their education and research on congenital heart defects. You must be present in Illinois at the time of the purchase to be eligible to win. Learn more and enter at blackhawks5050.com.
We are very fortunate that Nick Foligno is the Blackhawks captain, Charlie. What a great person he is. I mean, he's got that charity going. He's got the one going with his brother to raise money for cancer research because of the loss of their mom, Janice. Icing is the call here against the Blue Jackets. But we're all very fortunate to have gotten to know Nick Foligno. And he just seems like the kind of guy that he'd give you the shirt off his back to help you.
I mean, it speaks volumes, the fact that he's been a captain for 2 different NHL organizations with Columbus and Chicago. Both of them are obviously squaring off here tonight. Just all world-class guy off the ice, but also on the ice. His impact is insurmountable as well when he's healthy.
He could teach a class on how to develop high character because he certainly has that in abundance. That's center ice in front of the benches. Puck taken back by the Jackets, Voronkov. He sticks it down to the right wing corner Hawk zone and rides Kaiser off of it there. And then Wood pokes the puck behind the net into the far corner. Rinzel doing a little body slamming of his own, knocked it away up the left wing boards to Bertuzzi, who shot it across the rink on the right wing side now to Bedard. Over to Rinzel on the left wing side, sticks it up the glass into the Jacket zone. This deflects across the rink. And then Werenski got the puck at the Jacket blue line and shot it down ice. Olivier finishes off Kaiser with a check, but Kaiser fights through that check and got the puck. Got it up the boards to Bedard. Bedard turned it over. The Jackets get it back. Severson got it in front of the net. And a shot there from Sillinger goes wide. Loose puck ends over the right point. Werenski there will stick it down the boards behind the net. Round it goes to the left wing corner. Severson tried to poke it behind the Hawk net. Kaiser broke that up. To Bertuzzi, to Bedard in close quarters in the left corner. Bedard then gave it away to Fantilli. He fires from the left circle, and a great play there by Rinzel to squeeze his skates together and take that shot off the shin pad. Never got through to the net. Bedard took the puck back into the Jacket zone. Now it's turned over to Bertuzzi, right circle, cuts in front, shoots. Where's Lincoln's the save? Rebound taken away by Bertuzzi behind the net. To Dickinson, left corner to Vlasic, left point. Long shot from there, deflects off the near glass. Into the corner goes Werenski. Pokes it up the board, picked off by Bertuzzi in the right circle. And Olivier got hold of the puck between the circles, and he'll clear it down. 50 seconds left in the second period. 3-2 Columbus. Vlasic back of the Hawk net with the puck. Steps out, passing up the middle of the ice to center ice. Ilya Mikheyev darting into the Jacket zone down the right wing. Lost possession of the puck to the corner. Christensen pokes it away up the left wing to Marchment. To Marchenko. To the Hawk blue line on the left wing. Handed it ahead for Marchment, but Crevier stepped into him. Hawks get the puck. 35 seconds, 25 seconds left in the frame. Donato center ice on the left wing. Checked in front of the benches. Drops the puck down behind the net. Mikheyev took it away from Christensen. Then Christensen took it right back and sticks it around at the left wing side. Mason Marchment. You got Donato and Christensen talking it over inside the Jacket zone, but they'll cease and desist. Merzlikin stopping the puck behind the Jackets net to Christensen. Put it to the near corner. Monahan back to Christensen, back in the net. And that's the way period number 2 ends. So the Blue Jackets will take a 3-2 lead into the dressing rooms after 40 minutes. They've outshot the Blackhawks in the game 24-17, but I think a pretty decent response by the Blackhawks. They didn't quit after getting down 3-1. Nazar came back to score to make it 3-2, and that's where she stands.
I thought it was a much better second half of that second period for the Blackhawks than the first half. The Hawks really struggled to generate any sort of offense in the first 10 or so minutes of that second period, and then the Hawks really turned things around in that second. How about that chance by Tyler Bertuzzi towards the end of that shift? Connor Bedard and Frank Nazar left the ice because it was the end of their shift. Tyler Bertuzzi ends up getting the puck, creates a scoring chance for himself, tries to poke the puck in after his initial chance, but he kind of unfortunately just ran out of space. But, I thought the Hawks were much better in the back half of that middle frame.
Charlie, I'll be interested to see how the third period evolves, because I think this young Blackhawk team needed this span of time to figure out their opponent. I mean, you can look at all the video you want leading up to a game, but until you're on the ice and you're playing against them, you really don't know what they're like. And I think the Blackhawks are kind of getting an idea now. Yeah,
I think so too. It feels like the Hawks don't play them as much anymore, that being in different conferences, but I think they're starting to get a feel for Rick Bonus's Blue Jackets, the new look. There's not much scouting report on them, right? So
yeah. Rick Bonus coach teams are usually pretty hardworking, and they usually have a pretty vigorous forecheck. I think we're seeing that on the part of the Jackets tonight for sure.
Yeah, no question. Shots on goal, 10-8 in that second period. I think the Hawks they had 0 in the first 8 or so. So good to see them bounce back in the back half of that middle frame.
I'll be interested to see what the Blackhawks will do as far as Jeff Blashill is concerned with his lines, who he deploys early in, let's say, in the first 10 minutes of the period as opposed to the last 10 minutes of the period. Will we see an equal distribution of ice, or is he going to lean on one line more than the other?
I imagine he's going to lean on the Bedard-Nazar line pretty heavily in that third period.
Well, let's go downstairs and join our guests. Folks, we are happy to have this guy along, Connor Murphy. Murph, great to have you along as a guest here this evening, and thank you for your time. And, hey, get the puck to Murphy. He's got the hot stick. 2 goals in your last 5 games, Murph. How about it?
Yeah, it's nice to score the odd one. It doesn't feel as good last night when we have a loss like that, so definitely need to get a bigger one that helps win.
All 3 of your goals have come in January, Connor. I'm sure you don't want this month to end.
Exactly, yeah. It's nice when you get on the roll a little bit, and, timing can be everything.
Well, Murph, I know that your mom, Nicole, was on the mom's trip. And that's the second time that I've encountered your mom on a mom's trip, and she's just a great lady. And your dad, Gord, I know, was a National Hockey Leaguer. You were born in Columbus, and are these games special to you whenever you play against the Columbus Blue Jackets for another team, or is it just another game?
It is special, I think. I mean, I grew up playing in the youth hockey organizations there, and my dad coached in the Blue Jackets for 8 or so years, so I grew up around the locker room and the rink there, and obviously idolizing that team as a kid. And then so I think it makes it special. It brings back a little nostalgia and memories when you see the other jersey that you grew up for.
Really quick, Connor, what's going to be the key here in the third period to try to get the next one and capitalize on the momentum you were building towards the end of that second period?
Yeah, I think we have to stay heavy and try to defend fast and not let them grind us in our end. And then when we get rushes and seem to get our forecheck on them, it leads to a lot of our chances and our speed starts to show. So that's happened with those goals in the last in the last 10 minutes there. So it's a big part of the third for us to use our legs, like I said, and defend quick.
I like that plan, Murph. Go get him in the third. Thanks for being with us here at the intermission. All right, Connor Murphy, our guest after 2 periods. 3-2 Columbus. Jack Heinrich's going to be along in just a moment with a full intermission report. Third period action will follow along. Friday night hockey at the United Center. Hawks trailing the Jackets 3-2, but that may only be temporary. We'll be back with more after this. This is Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
The NHL is officially back, and right now, new FanDuel customers can bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. Put your first bet in the back of the net on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook and official partner of the Chicago Blackhawks.
Must be 21 or older and present in Illinois. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's Bob Surratt. If you follow hockey, you know how important protection is. Protecting the net, the lead, the win. Planning for retirement isn't much different. It's not one decision, it's many. Each one shapes the life you want, how to create reliable income, how much risk to take, when to step away from work, and how to safeguard what you've built. Handling all of that alone can feel like a full-time job. That's why I chose Trajan Wealth. Their fiduciary advisors work with you one-on-one to make the complex feel clear and build a plan that keeps your money working for what's ahead. Your strategy starts with a simple conversation. For a retirement plan you can trust, let Trajan Wealth guide you. Schedule your complimentary review at TrajanWealth.com or visit their offices in Naperville, Park Ridge, or Orland Park. Trajan Wealth, helping protect what you've built for what comes next.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Client paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Cold weather and hockey season go together hand in hand, but your home isn't a hockey rink, and you want it to be the perfect temperature no matter the season. With Mitsubishi electric heating and air conditioning mini split systems, you get the ultimate comfort and efficiency every time, even in those difficult to heat places in your home. Their units are designed to deliver consistent comfort where you need it most. Check out Mitsubishi electric heating and cooling mini split systems today at getacomfyhome.com. New floors don't just change a room, they change how your home feels every day. Floor Coverings International makes upgrading easy with their mobile flooring showroom brought right to your door. Their design experts help you compare colors, textures, and finishes in your own space so you know what works before you decide. With flexible financing options available, your next home upgrade may be closer than you think. Start today at floorcoveringsinternational.com.
Permaseal, the leader in basement waterproofing, also offers foundation repair, concrete restoration, and attic insulation. Call 800-421-SEAL or visit permaseal.net.
Marquette Bank has been helping neighborhoods thrive in Chicago for 80 years. 80 years is a long time. When you bank with Marquette Bank, you matter. After 80 years, we've learned that helping people like you make smarter financial decisions helps our neighborhoods grow and thrive. When you bank with Marquette Bank, good things happen for you and your neighborhood. Marquette Bank. Love where you bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 462926.
Time for a break. It's intermission time.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap.
Here's Charlie Remiliotis with your intermission update.
Jack Heinrich filling in for Charlie, who's on the call with John Weideman of Blackhawks and Blue Jackets. The Blue Jackets holding a 3-2 lead right now. DJ Oreo doing a concert as he does here on these Friday nights, rocking the UC, and the Hawks got a late goal there from Frank Nazar after they're down 3-1 to cut it to 3-2, and hopefully they can ride the energy from the crowd and bring it into on the ice to start the third period. 3-2 Columbus leading Chicago right now here in the second intermission. Let's look at this period's window of opportunity, sponsored by the state's official health insurance marketplace, Get Covered Illinois. You can shop and enroll in health insurance until January 31st. That is tomorrow at getcoveredillinois.gov. Our window of opportunity for this last period, right after the goal by Frank Nazar, that line went right back out there. Connor Bedard, Tyler Bertuzzi, and Frank Nazar. And they had at least 2 or 3 chances to score. That line was really creating well right after that goal. And just a few good saves by Merzlinkins, and they just couldn't get it by him to tie the game. But they were pushing really hard there at the end of that second period, and hopefully that line can keep buzzing and creating to get the Hawks into a tie game in the third period. This is the only game in the NHL tonight, right here at the UC, Blackhawks and Blue Jackets. So not much else going around in the NHL world, a full slate of games tomorrow. So we'll look around the sports world right now and over into the NFL, where the Baltimore Ravens are hiring Bears offensive coordinator Declan Doyle for their offensive coordinator spot. He spent 1 season with the Bears, and moving over to Baltimore, he will get the play calling duties that he didn't get here in Chicago with Ben Johnson calling the plays in He'll get to call the plays in Baltimore. He would be joining Jesse Minter, who is the defensive coordinator over in LA, coming over from the Chargers. He's the new head coach of the Ravens, and he gets to work with Lamar Jackson. That's not too bad. The Vikings have fired general manager Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah, a kind of a surprising move by Minnesota. He had 3 winning seasons in 4 years as a GM, and he had a contract extension last offseason. but he is fired late here in the cycle. I guess there were reports of tension in the building, but it still shocked people to see him getting fired. So now the Vikings are going into the offseason here just a week before the Super Bowl without a general manager. Over in golf, the Farmers Insurance Open round 2 complete in Southern California. Justin Rose, 17 under par, leads by 4 shots over Seamus Power, who's at 13 under. And Brooks Koepka, in his first PGA Tour event in over 4 years after coming over from Live Golf, shot 3 under right on the cut line, and he makes the cut to the weekend in his first tournament back. So Brooks Koepka playing the weekend at the Farmers Insurance Open. Over in college basketball, big one in the Big Ten. Number 3 Michigan up 69-63 over number 7 Michigan State. Michigan State clawed their way back into this one 3 minutes ago in the second half between the two rivals. And Loyola on the road at VCU tied at 46 at halftime. The Northwestern hosting Washington tomorrow night in Big Ten Hoops. That'll be here on WGN starting at 6:45 with the pregame and the tip at 7 with Dave Ennett and Billy McKinney. 3-2 our score. Blue Jackets leading the Blackhawks here at the UC. We'll take a break and bring in Charlie next. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey, hockey fans, this is Jeremy Roenick. The Blackhawks play here on Chicago's hockey station, WGN Radio. Hey, Jeremy Roenick here. You know, I played in an era that was tough, gritty, old school. But I got major respect for the next generation of hockey. The speed, the skill, the precision. That's what I see in Flight by Yuengling. It's brewed by the oldest brewery in America, but built for today. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, clean, crisp, real beer flavor without the heaviness. This is the light beer that keeps up with the modern game. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
When injuries slow you down, you need a team that knows how to get you back in the game. At Illinois Bone and Joint Institute, their highly trained professionals work together to deliver empathetic, timely, and efficient patient care so you can move better, live better. And if an injury happens after hours, they've got you covered with IBJI Ortho Access beyond their regular clinic hours. Illinois Bone and Joint Institute. Learn more at IBJI.com. That's IBJI.com.
You've heard Tom Fortino, principal and founder of the Alpha Wealth Group, for years here on WGN. We invite you to join him Sunday mornings at 7 for the Alpha Wealth Hour. He'll be talking about what's going on in the financial world and the 5 pillars of a complete retirement plan. How to build guaranteed income, tax efficiency, a smart investment plan you can stick to, asset protection, and estate planning. That's Sunday mornings at 7 for the Alpha Wealth Hour with Tom Fortino here on AM 720 WGN.
The professionals at Plumbers 911 Chicago are ready to answer your call. They'll get your plumbing job done right the first time. Their phones are open 24/7, 1-833-PLUM-911.
Back here at the United Center, DJ Oreo rocking the UC here in the second intermission. 3-2 Columbus leading the Blackhawks as we getting set here for the third period. I'm going to turn over to Charlie to take care of some business.
Yeah, let's get to tonight's Salute to a Veteran, sponsored by JeffBeiserHouse.com, a proud veteran-owned business serving Chicagoland since 2007. It's retired U.S. Navy veteran Anthony Hernandez and U.S. Army Caleb Coker that were the two members of our military honored tonight here at the United Center. Thank you both, Anthony and Caleb, for your service. And I will say, Kevin Hansen from JeffBeiserHouse.com in the building tonight with his family. So welcome, Kevin. Kevin, he actually just texted me about an hour ago.
There we go. We need a comeback win for him now.
We do. And that was a nice back half of the second period for the Blackhawks. I feel like they went into that intermission. They're going into the intermission with some confidence. That first half of the first half of the second period, I felt like things were starting to go sideways and it resembled a Pittsburgh game from last night. But I think the Hawks were able to kind of prevent the bleeding from happening. And I thought they had a really solid finish to that middle frame, and hopefully that carries over into the third.
Especially at the end of the period, that line of Nazar, Bedard, and Bertuzzi, those guys really got going there at the end.
They were really humming, and I wouldn't be surprised if they get a majority of the ice time in the third period. It might be every third line is going to be, every third rotation, Flashel is going to call the Bedard and Nazar line. I thought they were really good in the last couple minutes there.
All right, Charlie, we'll talk to you after the game. Have a good call in the third.
All right, thank you.
All right, 3-2 Blue Jackets leading the Blackhawks. With you set for the third period coming up next. You're listening to Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
With America's best lineup of hybrids from Hyundai, you get the best of both worlds, like the reliable and efficient Tucson Hybrid, backed by America's best warranty. The Hyundai Tucson Hybrid. It's the best of both worlds.
Right now, for a limited time, lease the Hyundai Tucson for $249 a month or get 0.99% APR on the Tucson or Tucson Hybrid. Offers end February 2nd. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Hey, hockey fans, it's Troy Murray. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing, the #1 premium composite decking brand, tough enough to handle anything. It looks like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industry-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at TimberTech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
The big game is here, and it's time to elevate your game with Circa Sports. Circa Sports isn't just sports betting, it's sports betting the way it should be, with no bet fee. The big game requires a big betting menu, and Circa Sports Illinois has you covered. From player props to game scenarios, Circa Sports has it all, including their fan favorite Circa Squares menu. Instead of picking your big game squares randomly, choose your numbers and place your bets. Visit circasports.com to download your new bookie today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Big games, big energy, Big Ten basketball. It's all happening in Welsh Ryan Arena right now. The Big Ten is bigger and more competitive than ever. You can catch the thrilling action live as your Northwestern Wildcats fight through the conference. Games are selling out fast, but you can still secure tickets for matchups against Washington, Michigan, Purdue, and more. Don't wait to secure your seat. Limited tickets remain at nusports.com/ticket. Enjoy the most entertaining in-game viewing experiences in Chicago. Visit nusports.com to snag your tickets today. Hey, Blackhawks fans, here's a club you'll want to get into. Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up.
It's the final 20. The third period's just ahead. Here's Charlie Remeliotis with your recap.
Jack Heinrich filling in for Charlie. 3-2 Blue Jackets lead the Blackhawks. Now it's time for tonight's third period projections, sponsored by Robinhood. You can expect more from yourself, expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. I like what Charlie said. We're going to see a lot of that top line of Frank Nazar, Connor Bedard, and Tyler Bertuzzi. They're going to take a big push to try to tie this one up. 3-2 our score. 2 goals by Columbus early, but that top line of those 3 that I just mentioned got a goal on the board for the Blackhawks. It was a big one off the stick of Frank Nazar.
Here's Nazar down the slot. Shoots, he scores! His first goal in 5 games. He took a little dish from Bedard from the right wing boards of the Blue Jacket zone and rolled in on Merzlikins and stuck it into the top shelf.
There's the goal from Frank Nazar, and now it's time for What's on Deck, sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at TimberTech.com. What's on deck? I think Tyler Bertuzzi scores, and that whole top line has a goal in this game as we send it over to John Weideman and Charlie Meliodas for the third period.
Jack, I think what's on deck for the Blackhawks is to limit their giveaways. They gave away the puck 12 times in the first 2 periods. That's kind of a high number and kind of reflective of the score right now, because they had the puck in their possession, didn't clear their end adequately, and it cost them a couple times. They got to keep from doing that here in the third.
Well, what's on deck? It might be a nervy third period for the Blue Jackets. They lead the entire NHL in most third period goals against with 70. So this game is far from over if you're the Blackhawks.
I was just going to say, as we're underway here, Murphy to the puck behind the net. Strokes it around the left wing side of Bertuzzi, who clears to center ice. Yeah, if the Blue Jackets have a worst period, it is the third. Statistically, it would bear that out. Bedard breaks into the Jacket zone on the right wing, gave it a Nazar right circle, pumps it toward the net. That may have hit Merzlikins in the headgear and goes wide. Now Nazar from behind the net pokes the puck in front. They got it back in behind. To Bertuzzi, left wing corner. He tries to feed it up the slot. Olivier in position, intercepts that pass. Moves it over on the left wing side to Sillinger at center ice, and he'll fling it down the boards behind the Hawk net. And Knight spears it around up the left wing to Bertuzzi. Hawk line to Bedard over the center ice circle. At the end of his shift, he'll lift the puck to the left wing corner in the Blue Jacket zone. Matejchuk kept it away, and he'll carry to center ice now. Devin Matejchuk across the Hawk blue line down the left wing. From the corner, he'll spin it behind the net around to Mason Marchment in the right wing corner. Marchment working against Vlasic. Lost the puck to Vlasic, who put it behind the net. Carvier sticks it up the right wing side. Turned over by Mikheyev, and then he got it back. Head to Dickinson, center ice. Crossing the Jacket line on the left wing side. Dickinson down the boards to the corner. Trying to make a play with the puck. It ends up behind the net. And good Branson of the Jackets will pass up the left wing to Marchenko. Jacket blue line to Marchment, Hawk blue line. He lifts it down into the glove of Spencer Knight, who held it long enough for a whistle. Stopping play. And I guess they're going to bring this faceoff back out to center ice on the delayed offside against the Jackets. 18:29 left in period number 3. 3-2 in favor of Columbus.
I think the faceoff is going to come at center ice, and it's going to be the Four Seasons faceoff, your trusted local experts for heating, air conditioning, plumbing, electric, and generators.
Another draw one by Monahan. Back to good Branson. He'll take a few strides and fire it down the right wing glass in behind the Hawk net to the far corner. Renzel waiting there. Put it back in behind the net to Kaiser near corner. Passing up the left wing. And Teravainen is wrenched down to the ice, but clears the puck to center ice. Christensen firing it back down the boards into the Hawk end. Kaiser behind the net. Chased into the far corner. Monahan strips the puck away. Sends it across to the right point, but the only guy there is the Hawks table, Teravainen. We'll stick it across the rink to Kaiser. Hands it ahead, Burakovsky across the Jacket blue line. We get a whistle as this play is ruled offside. So we'll get a face-off back to center ice. No change in the score. And each team is going to go with a new 5.
Well, I like the opening. Whoop. Connor Bedard almost tripped hopping over the boards. I really like that first shift of the third period for the Blackhawks. No surprise that the Connor Bedard line started with Nazar and Tyler Bertuzzi, and they're right back out here for this neutral zone faceoff. I would not be surprised if we saw them get a lot of ice time here in the third. It feels like they were humming in that second.
This is the point I was making during our intermission about the distribution of ice time on the part of Jeff Blashill. And I think you're right. I think we'll see that line on there quite a bit. Grizzly between the circles, Hawk zone. Chased down behind the Hawk net by Coyle. He put the puck over to Murphy. Passing up the right wing, Bertuzzi. Front of the benches at center ice. Goes rink wide with a pass for Nazar. At the Blue Jacket line on the left wing, he deflects the puck down to the corner. Charlie Coyle now has it. He's got a pair of goals here tonight. Had the puck stripped away by Bedard, but puck rolls off of Bedard's stick onto that of Olivier of the Blue Jackets. And he'll lift it down ice into the Hawk zone. Murphy to the puck. Put it to the near corner, Grizzly. They'll slide it back in behind the Hawk net to Murphy. Passing up the right wing, Nazar. Pass was in his skates. He couldn't find it. Murphy did. They'll flip it behind the net. Grizzly now to Murphy. Far corner. Put it out to center ice. Connor Bedard breaking in over the Jacket line. Fed the high slot there for Nazar. Leaving it there for Kaiser coming along. Kaiser to the left wing boards. To Nazar left point. Firing a shot. Merzlikins down with a save. Loose puck in the crease. And Merzlikins did a little belly flop and pulled the puck underneath him there with his blocker hand. Whistle stopping play. We'll get a face-off to Merzlikins' right.
Another really strong shift by the Nazar, Bedard, and Bertuzzi line. Merzlikins had no idea where this puck was. He just looked like a fish out of the water, was just praying for a whistle. It was underneath it. The puck looked like it was still loose even when the whistle blew, but of course the officials, when they lose sight of it, they blow the whistle, and that's what happened. But the Hawks have been playing on their toes here in the first 3 minutes and 13 seconds of this third.
Kaiser made that whole play happen with his hustle. Kaiser playing beside Sam Renzel. Oliver Moore taking the face-off. 3 Minnesota boys. Draw one by the Jackets, and then the puck is backhanded up into the protective netting. That by Ivan Provorov. So we'll get another whistle and another face-off in the Jacket zone to the right of Elvis Merzlikins. This is Elvis.
Elvis is still in the building. But hopefully when he leaves the building, it'll be because of the loss.
Great broadcaster in Pittsburgh, Mike Lang, used to say after a Penguin victory, and ladies and gentlemen, Elvis has just left the building. Pens fans never got tired of that. Mike was a great man, too. God rest his soul. Back inside the Jacket zone, Provorov pokes the puck to center ice. Over the center ice circle, Oliver Moore. Back to Renzel, Hawk line. Over to Kaiser, left wing of center ice. He'll spin it down behind the Jacket net. Ivan Provorov back to take it there. Got it to Matejchuk. Throws it around at the left wing side. And Marchment sent it across the rink. Here's Matejchuk into the Hawk zone right point. He backhands it down. His stick came up and caught Wyatt Kaiser in the head of the helmet. No penalty called. They let him play. Matejchuk at the right point now. Put it down the boards. Marchment fell awkwardly off the puck. Kaiser got it to Renzel. Breaking behind the net, then out. Here's Sam Renzel. Weaving out to the blue line, then looping back in front of the Hawk net. Gave the puck to Kaiser in the corner. He'll pull out the 7-iron, lift it through center ice and down. And we're going to get icing here to the Hawks. I think this is a bad call. You had good Branson and Ryan Donato contesting the puck right at the Columbus blue line. Either could have played it, it looked like. But good Branson had Donato's stick lifted off of the ice so he couldn't catch the pass, and it went down. Faceoff comes down in the circle to the right of Spencer Knight. This is going to be the Four Seasons Faceoff, your trusted local experts for heating, air conditioning, plumbing, electric, and generators. Draw one by the Jackets. Christensen, a long shot from the left point, deflects wide. Donato in the near corner. Checked against the boards, put the puck behind the Hawk net. Over the far corner, Renzel's got it. Passing up the left wing, Donato. That pass was in his skates in front of the penalty boxes. The other way comes Lundestrom into the Hawk zone on the right wing side. He put the puck down to the corner, and then he's given a bear hug into the boards from behind there by Vlasic. As the puck slides free, Crevier picks it up between the circles. Guides it up the right wing at center ice. Ilya Mikheyev there. Mikheyev crossing into the Jacket zone. Drops it off Donato, right circle, will fire. And a butterfly save made by Merzlikins. Jason Dickinson went down on the ice, and he heads to the Hawk bench. He's in some pain. Meanwhile, the puck is shot by good Branson up the right wing, missing his teammates, and this goes down. And icing's going to be the call here against Columbus. Jason Dickinson in some pain at the Hawks bench, holding what looked like one of his hands.
Sorry, John. It looked like he took an inadvertent high stick from his own teammate, Louis Crevier, to the face. And so Dickinson's getting checked out right now. I saw him kind of rubbing his eye on the Blackhawks bench. Hopefully he's going to be okay, but poor Jason. Here's the replay of it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And he had that visor, and the blade of his stick got caught up under the visor. Oh, man. Hopefully he's okay. As they continue to play in the Hawk zone. Grizzly to the puck, Hawk blue line. Snaps it ahead down the left wing boards behind the Blue Jacket net. Merzlikins out to stop it there for Severson, who drives it back around up those same boards to center ice. Connor Murphy came along and pokes it free. And then Coyle took the puck back in front of the penalty boxes and dumps it down behind the Hawk net. Grzelcyk leaving it there for Connor Murphy. Murphy had a nice goal last night in Pittsburgh. Shot it ahead up the left wing side to center ice. Bertuzzi to the puck. He'll put it over to Murphy, who steps in over the Jacket line right point and drives the puck down the dasher behind the net to the near corner. Bertuzzi's got it. Fed the slot, Bedard. To Murphy, high slot. He'll pull the trigger with a shot that goes over the net. Bedard again, left wing corner. Moving out left wing circle. Fed the deep slot. Grzelcyk with a drive. Just missed the net. Loose puck into the near circle. Bedard got it back. Behind the back pass to Bertuzzi goes wide. But then Nazar got to the loose puck. Put it to the line to Murphy. He'll fire, and Coyle blocks this shot from between the circles and then sticks the puck to center ice. Murphy back to claim it. Hawk blue line. Over to Grzelcyk. Lead pass now. Nazar breaking into the Jacket zone. Thrown off stride with a good defensive play by Matejchuk. And the Jackets get the puck back behind their net.
Another really solid shift by that Nazar, Bedard, and Bertuzzi line. Had some really nice looks and sustained offensive zone time yet again in this third period.
Voronkov deflects the puck down into the Hawk zone. Here's a shot from the left point, and that's a glove save made by Spencer Knight. That shot came off the stick of Ivan Provorov of the Blue Jackets. 13-16 left in the third. 3-2 Columbus. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey, Chicago Blackhawks fans! I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, a win isn't a win without the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy.
Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
The Salvation Army knows that tough times don't discriminate. Too many of our fellow fans across Chicago are struggling to make ends meet. We're seeing more people than ever walk through the doors asking for help. people from communities the Salvation Army has served for decades. That's why the Salvation Army assists those in need all year long, not just during the holiday season. The goal is simple: make sure our neighbors are cared for every day. Go to salarmychicago.org and make a difference now.
What matters most when choosing a financial partner? Great rates? Confidence your financial data is secure? Being treated like more than just an account number? Consumers Credit Union delivers all that and then some. As a not-for-profit credit union, their focus is on you, not profits through fees or less personal service. They're in your corner, helping you reach your goals every step of the way. Join today and become a part owner. Your success is their success. Learn more at myconsumers.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
If it happens in Chicago, we know about it. The Lisa Dent Show. Weekdays 2 to 6. Now back to the game.
Hey, Blackhawks fans, make sure to join us for Pride Night at the United Center this upcoming Monday, presented by BMO. This year, we will be celebrating local small businesses and community organizations who are shaping a more inclusive future of hockey, while the San Jose Sharks are in town for another great matchup featuring young stars. Secure your spot today at blackhawks.com/tickets. Very much looking forward to Connor Bedard versus Macklin Celebrini on Monday. That'll be a fun matchup.
I believe it will be too. That San Jose team, they're playing well above their expectation, and good on them. I mean, you know what? They've gone through the process and they're having success. Maybe the Blackhawks will have similar success as the season wears on. At the jacket line, the puck taken by Fantilli. Skates through center ice over the Hawk blue line, drops the puck off to Voronkov, and he'll fire a shot. That goes high and wide. Crevier to the puck behind the net. Put it around into the far corner, picked off by Fantilli. And then Marchenko arrives at the same time. The puck goes free to Donato, to Vlasic, to Mikheyev over the jacket line, stopping to the left point. He'll spin it down behind the net. Merzlikins plays it right onto the stick of Bedard, right corner. He makes a saucer pass across the rink that's picked off by Marchment. And from inside the jacket blue line, he'll hand the puck ahead to Fantilli, and he'll clear it down in behind the Hawk net. Sam Renzel back to get it there, handing it ahead. Connor Bedard breaking through center ice across the jacket line on the right wing. He got held up by Charlie Coyle. Puck comes free to the corner. And Werenski misfiring on a pass up the left wing boards. This will go down, and icing is the call against Columbus. So we're down to 11:59 left in period number 3. No change in the score. Still 3-2 Columbus. Shots on goal favoring the Jackets 23-19.
Speaking of Werenski, he does have a couple of assists in this game. He's got 19 goals this season. He's on pace for 31. Only 2 defensemen in the salary cap era have scored 30 or more goals. Cale Makar, he scored 30 last year for the Colorado Avalanche. And then Mike Green scored 31 for the Washington Capitals in 08-09. So how about that? Zach Werenski, a very underappreciated defenseman in the NHL.
Certainly is, except by the fans in Columbus. You know, and there are people like yours truly. I appreciate when a defenseman can have that much of an effect on a team. I'm not going to use the word impact. That's a way overused word, Charlie. So all you broadcasters out there, stop using the word impact to say, instead of saying the word effect. They're different words. They mean different things. But anyway, the effect that I'm looking at with Werenski is the fact that he's one of the top offensive defensemen in the National Hockey League. And if he continues to go, I mean, he had a career year last year, 82 points in 81 games. So it's entirely possible he'll exceed that this year. We get an icing call against the Hawks. Faceoff will come down in the circle to Spencer Knight's left. 11:37 left in the third. 3-2 favor Columbus.
Sorry, John. I was going to say Werenski. You hear the Cale Makars, you hear the Quinn Hugheses. They're flash. They're electrifying players to watch. Zach Werenski doesn't quite fit that mold, but he's as dependable of a two-way defenseman as there is in the NHL. And again, on pace for 31 goals, also on pace for 93 points. So he can certainly produce offensively too.
Kaiser lifts the puck to center ice, and Nazar had it. Stripped off his stick, though, by Olivier. Put the puck behind the net to the aforementioned Werenski. And the Jackets come into the Hawk zone, led by Coyle. Coyle with a pair of goals tonight. Put the puck along the right side boards to Olivier. The Sillinger back of the net to Werenski left point. They'll flip it back down behind the net. The cycle continues as the puck comes up the near boards. And Bertuzzi can't clear the zone. Severson took the puck away and spins it down behind the Hawk net. Murphy's got it there. Handing it ahead, Connor Bedard through center. And over the Jacket line on the left wing. Runs into a pack, but kept the puck in the zone. But then it's taken away by Isaac Lundestrom. And the former Anaheim Duck will send it ahead into the Hawk zone. Jackets get it back. Lundestrom put it beside the net. And a shot from Kent Johnson from the bottom of the right wing circle. 6 save made by Spencer Knight. Good Branson fires from the right point. Blocker save made by Knight. Puck taken back by the Jackets. Johnson will let it go to Lundestrom, who lets it go to the right point to Good Branson. Spins the puck behind the Hawk net. Knight plays it back around up that same board, but taken away by Lundestrom. Leaves the puck for Sean Monahan in the corner. He's being out-wrestled for the puck by Grzelcyk and goes down. Penalty's going to be called here to Nat Grzelcyk. This was a 50-50 battle, and it went against the Hawks here. Holding will be the call, and the Jackets are going to get another power play. So Matt Grzelcyk will get the gate, and here's why.
2 minutes, holding. Well, there's an extended shift there for the Nazar, Bedard, and Bertuzzi line, and they got a little tired, and it looked like they were trying to get off the ice, and then there was a rush heading the other way, and so they couldn't change, and that's what led to Columbus finally registering their first shot on goal of the third period, which came at almost the midway mark of this third. So you had some tired guys out on the ice, and then it's Matt Grzelcyk that commits a holding penalty with 10-12 left in the third period. This is a massive kill if you're Chicago to try to keep this game within 1.
Blue Jackets get control. Werenski left point. Put it down to Marchenko along the left wing boards. Now Werenski high slot will hammer one in on goal, and Spencer Knight goes down with a butterfly save. Gloves the puck and holds it. We'll get a whistle and another face-off, this time in the circle to his right. 10:03 left in the period. 1:51 left on the Jackets power play. Here's a good sign. Jason Dickinson hops off the Hawks bench. He'll go take the face-off. Dickinson against Fantilli on the draw. And has Fantilli been tossed out of there? Yes, he has. So now Charlie Coyle will step in and take this draw. Big, strong Boston area kid against Jason Dickinson. Coyle wins the draw. Marchment put it to the line to Werenski. Sends it left wing corner to Coyle. Coyle working against Connor Murphy. Coyle makes a back pass that Ilya Mikheyev reached out and redirects to center ice. Jackets get it back in their end now. Werenski will carry to center ice, left wing side. Made a thread needle pass ahead for Marchenko into the Hawk zone that missed and goes down, and icing's going to be called. We're down to 9:42 in the third. Crowd's been kind of quiet here tonight. They haven't had a ton to cheer about if you're a Blackhawk fan. 2 goals, one by Connor Bedard, one by Frank Nazar. Charlie and I hit the lottery on that, but hey, we'll find out who the hero is going to be for the Hawks, if there is going to be one here.
Well, this is the second icing of the game on the power play for the Blue Jackets, so see if the Hawks can maybe win the draw and eat up some more clock. Unfortunately, they don't.
Marchment takes the puck off the draw to Werenski. He'll skate it up the right wing side, then put the pass into the skates of the linesman just inside the Jacket blue line. Marchenko to the puck. Had the Fantilli over the Hawk blue line to Marchment left circle. Put it in the high slot, Werenski. The Coyle along the right side boards, leaving it there for Fantilli. To Werenski through the high slot, over to Fantilli. He pumps a one-timer from the right wing boards and on goal. And a pad save made by Knight. And the puck is spun down the rest of the way by Mikheyev. 55 seconds on the Jacket power play. Fantilli grabs a loose puck. Jacket blue line. Carries over the center ice circle. Gave it to Kirill Marchenko into the Hawk zone. He fans on a shot in the slot. A good play there by Crevier to push him out of the way. And Kaiser grabs the puck. Moves it ahead up the left wing side to Landon Slaggert. And he'll drive it down into the Jacket zone. Then Werenski falls down. Loses the puck behind the net. Slaggert's got it. Fed it across the rink. And doubling back was Boone Jenner of the Jackets, who deflects that pass up and out of play. What a chance the Hawks had. Teuvo Teravainen was breaking into the slot to receive that pass. What a good play by Jenner. He got there with his stick first. Face-off will end up in the Jacket zone in the circle to Merzlikins' left.
Yeah, another offensive zone shorthanded draw for the Blackhawks, but a great opportunity for Landon Slaggert, not only playing the penalty kill, but also to get an opportunity to try to create a shorthanded scoring chance, but a great defensive play by Boone Jenner, and that puck sails into the crowd.
Here's Kent Johnson grabbing a pass from Provorov into the Hawk zone down the left wing side. Spun across the rink to Jenner along the right boards. To Severson, right wing corner. Tried to pass in behind the Hawk net and did, but Crevier got hold of the puck, and he'll drive it around the dasher and all the way down. 3 seconds, 2-1. The Hawks have come back to full strength. Grzelcyk out of the box. So good kill by the Hawks. Now they'll try and catch the Blue Jackets on the scoreboard and knock this score up at 3 each. Rinzel behind the net. Put a pass around to the right wing side to Burakovsky, who tried to deflect it to Ryan Green coming by. Puck cleared to center ice now by Provorov and taken back by the Jackets. Severson passing over to Provorov, far corner Jacket zone. Hands it ahead to his blue line to Isaac Lundestrom. He'll drop it between the circles to Severson. Bank pass up the right wing into the Hawk end. Bounces onto the stick of Vlasic. Get it pulled off the stick by Sillinger, who moves down the right wing side and fires a backhander. This deflects over the Hawk net. Teravainen got it back at center ice, leaving the puck for Sam Rinzel. He'll twist away from Sillinger back to the Hawk blue line and float the puck back into a Hawk zone between the circles. Vlasic has it there. The teams are making line changes.
Yeah, really good kill there by the Blackhawks, who are back to full strength, sponsored by Northwestern Medicine Orthopedics, on a relentless pursuit of better medicine.
Now, as Nazar relinquishes the puck down the left wing side in behind the Jacket net, he's checked. Goodbranson will clear it ahead to center ice. Here's Fantilli into the Hawk zone down the right wing. Put the puck behind the heels of Kaiser. Got it back behind the net. Put it out to the right point. Goodbranson sent it over left point. And a pass there from Matejchuk is picked off by the Hawks. Nazar to center ice. Send the puck down the boards behind the Jackets net. Merzlikin stopping it there for Matejchuk, who drove it up the glass and up into the crowd. And a whistle stops play. 6:40 left in period number 3. 3-2 Columbus. This is Blackhawks hockey on 720 WGN.
Hey, it's Spencer Knight. Catch Lisa Dent weekday afternoons at 2 on WGN Radio.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you can put your sports IQ to work on the games you know best. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. Buy or sell your predictions all game long. Trade every play with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Hey, Chicago fans, when the game's on the line, there's no time to waste. Same goes for selling your house. At Jeff Buys Your House, we make it fast, easy, and stress-free. No drawn-out showings, no waiting for months on the market. Just a fair cash offer from a veteran-owned company that puts people first. Don't let the clock run out. Choose the trusted source. Visit JeffBuysYourHouse.com and score your easy offer today.
Happy anniversary, baby.
Little River Band, live at the Event Center at Rivers Casino on May 8th. Over 50 years of hits, Little River Band plays one unforgettable night of distinctive harmonies and chart-topping classics. Little River Band, May 8th at Rivers Casino. Tickets are on sale now at riverscasino.com. See riverscasino.com for details. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER for crisis counseling and referral services.
Hey, Chris Chelios here. It's time to break out the Bandito. El Bandito Yankee Tequila. So smooth, it's criminal. Break out the Bandito, baby.
WGN Chicago is your radio home for the Hawks, the Cats, March Madness, and the Indy 500 on air and on smart devices worldwide.
Back here at the United Center, where our very own John Hansen is trying to fire up the United Center crowd with the decibel meter level thing that was broken for a few games, and it is back. It is back. John Hansen has his third period decibel level back. Hawks are down 1, 6:40 left in the middle frame, and I imagine they're going to try to throw. This is where you get aggressive, right? Yeah. D start to pinch in.
Absolutely.
Wouldn't be surprised if the Hawks start to load up with their offensive defensemen in these final few minutes here.
Off the draw, Rinzel fires one in from near the right wing boards, and a blocker save made. Here's Teravainen with a drive from beside the left circle. Blocker save made by Merzlikins. Rinzel along the far board. Tied up there by Cole Sillinger, and then the puck cleared down ice into the Hawk zone by Monahan. Kaiser will chase it down behind the net. Kaiser, he sticks the pass off the left glass to the Columbus blue line. There to get it, Denton Matejchuk. Matejchuk with a lead pass up the right side at center ice to Monahan. He deflects the puck in behind the Hawk net. Renzel chasing it down in the far corner. Passing up the right wing, Burakovsky right on the money, over the Jacket line. Flips it to the slot. Green's got it there. Turns with the puck into the right circle to Burakovsky, left wing corner. To the left point, Grzelcyk hammers a shot. And a save made with a stick from Merzlikins. Penalty coming up here. This will be to the Blue Jackets. And Kent Johnson not happy with this call at all. He's going to head off. Hawks get a power play, and here's why.
Columbus, number 91, 2 minutes for holding.
We'll have that power play for you when we return. 5:38 left in the third. Hawks trailing 3-2. They can tie it up with a power play goal when we return on Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
What if you could restore blood flow to someone's failing lungs in a matter of seconds? Our patient Mike had hard-to-reach blood clots deep in his lungs that were putting his heart under major duress, causing it to fail too. He could hardly climb a few steps. But thanks to a procedure pioneered by the Northwestern Memorial Hospital Interventional Cardiology Team, we cleared the clots with a minimally invasive procedure.
Anchored by the top heart and vascular program in Illinois by U.S. News and World Report, only Northwestern Medicine had the solution to save Mike. Tiny balloons were used to gently open the delicate vessels and restore blood flow. Northwestern Memorial Hospital was the first in Illinois to master this breakthrough method.
As Mike's nurse, I'm proud to have been a part of his journey from oxygen tank to breathing like a kid again.
Northwestern Medicine. What makes us better makes you better.
After the end of a good fight, you deserve an ice-cold reward. Modelo is the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, the bigger the fight, the better the reward. You put in the hours, the energy, the tough labor. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Back here at the United Center, John Weideman and Charlie Meliodas. Blackhawks down 1, 5:38 left.
Let it play. Let it play.
Sorry.
Hopeless Romantics, folks. This is a great band. They're out of Providence, Rhode Island. I hope all of you will look them up online. All right. Face-off circle to the right of Elvis Merzlikins. Teuvo Teravainen will take it for the Hawks. The Hawks on a Citco power play. Score savings on every fill-up with Club Citco. Download the app now to start saving. And the puck taken in the Jacket zone. Good Branson shot it up the right wing glass, and this actually hits the camera that's positioned above the penalty timekeeper bench and ricochets back into play. So that draws a whistle. Face-off circled and Merzlikins is right again.
Did you see the goal Alex DeBrincat scored, the game-tying goal last night? It went off the camera hole and in.
Yeah, how about
that was crazy bounce.
The odds of that happening are, I don't know, 1 in a trillion.
Oh.
But if anybody could hit it, it'd be the Cat. And again, the Jackets get the draw. And again, Good Branson pumps it up the right wing glass. This time it misses the camera and goes all the way down. Renzel collects the puck behind the Hawk net. Carries out up the right wing side. Passes to Bertuzzi, Hawk line left wing. He'll hand it off to Teravainen coming by to center. Sticks it down the glass behind the Jacket net. Caught in the far corner. And then taken back by the Jackets. Coyle clears it off the boards and down. We're down to 5 minutes remaining. Take 5 oil change. Take 5 to stay in your car. 10-minute oil change. Here's Teravainen with a handoff. Hawk blue line. Teravainen through center. Put it in over the Jacket line, but it was into the skates of Lundestrom. And the puck deflects back to center ice, and the Hawks will have to recalibrate and start again.
Well, not much going on so far. 50 seconds into this power play, and this is a big one for the Blackhawks, who are 0 for 25 in their last 25 power opportunities. That would be nice to snap one right here.
Hawks gain the Jacket zone. Teravainen, right wing corner to Nazar, right point to Renzel, deep slot. Over to Bedard beside the left wing circle. Back to Renzel. Renzel back to Bedard, top of the left circle. Carries through the high slot, holding the puck over to the right wing circle. Bedard put it over Nazar, left circle, fires, and that hit Bertuzzi posting up in front. Here's Bedard with the puck, top of the left circle again with 35. Put it down to Nazar. He got it to the money spot, up the slot to Bertuzzi, who got away a shot block. Renzel now put it right circle, Teravainen, sent it toward the net, pad save. Bertuzzi sweeps it back to Teravainen, right circle. Back to Bertuzzi beside the net, put it in front. and Teravainen got a shot away and went wide. Hawks get the puck back. Bertuzzi, bottom of the left circle, moves in front of the net and fires. This deflects away to the right wing boards. Nazar recovers the puck with 9. At the line, Renzel, right point. Now to Nazar, to Renzel straight away with a drive and a save made by Merzlikins. Follow-up rebound shot by Bertuzzi goes wide. Teravainen in the slot over to Bedard. Bottom of the left circle. He fires, and that's over the net. Merzlikins has lost his goal stick. The Jackets come back to full strength. Here's Boone Jenner into the Hawk zone. Down the right wing to the half board. Stopping there. He'll flip it down behind the net. Kent Johnson to the puck. He put it down behind the net for the left wing boards. Marchment battling there with Renzel. Got the puck out to the right point. Severson. Leaving it there for Fantilli to Severson, right point, down to Fantilli. Had it stripped away there by his teammate at Michigan, Frank Nazar, who clears to center ice. But now Marchment will just swipe it back down the left boards and behind the Hawk net. Knight out to play it around the left wing side. And it's caught by Burakovsky, goes rink wide with a pass to Oliver Moore in front of the Jackets bench. And he'll backhand the puck down behind the Blue Jacket net. Zach Werenski there. Move it over to Severson, right wing side. Now Marchment center ice on the left wing to Fantilli into the Hawk zone down the left wing side. Checked by Crevier, put the puck down behind the net. Classic sweeps it around but not out. Moore just inside the line. Works it over the line to center ice. Severson got the puck back to the Jackets and dumps it wide of the Hawk net and line changes for both teams.
Boy, Connor Bedard, he cannot believe that he missed that opportunity. He had pretty much a wide open net. He skated to the Blackhawks bench with both hands on his helmet, just in disbelief that he didn't bury it.
Kaiser with the puck to Donato. Jacket line, left wing side. He'll backhand it down behind the net. Pulled out of there by Provorov. Up the near sideboards it goes. Pinching Kaiser from the left wing point to the left wing half boards. Put it down behind the net into the far corner. Mikheyev there. To Donato back in the net. Runs into Matejchuk back there. Donato's got the puck. Spins it around Kaiser along the left wing boards. He's bear hugged into the boards from behind. No penalty called. Matejchuk will escape with a puck to center. Give it to Monahan over the Hawk line. Left point. Run into my Murphy as he stuck it off the glass and down behind the net. Rides around to the near side to Kaiser. We're down to 1:30 left on the clock for the third. 3-2 favor Columbus. Murphy outlets to Bedard at center ice. And there goes Spencer Knight to the Hawks bench. Bedard dumps the puck down into the Jacket zone. Taken away by Severson, who tried to fire toward the Hawk empty net. He missed, and icing's going to be the call here against Columbus. Down to 1:22 left on the clock. Well, I was thinking maybe here would be a time that the Hawks might think about a timeout, but I don't know. I like the idea of continuing to play, sustaining the action and taking the 5 that are on the ice there for Columbus and working them even harder.
Yeah, I thought so too, but it didn't look like the Bedard line had taken a shift since that power play, so they might be a little fresh. A few minutes did trickle down. I probably would have taken the timeout here, but let's see if it ends up paying off for Chicago.
Empty net and 6 attackers for the Hawks. Face off, circle to Merzlikins is left. Jackets get it. Werenski near corner. They'll flip it behind his net around and taken away by Nazar, who fires from the right wing boards. That deflects wide. Jackets come out of their end to center ice. Coyle's got the puck into the Hawk zone with an empty net. He shoots and scores and completes the hat trick. This makes the score 4-2 in favor of the Columbus Blue Jackets. And Charlie Coyle has factored into every one of the Blue Jackets' goals here tonight. 3 goals and 1 assist. And he helps the Blue Jackets to the win in tonight's game with 1:03 left in period number 3. It's 4-2 in favor of Columbus.
That's just an unfortunate situation there for the Blackhawks. I think back to that power play they had with 5 minutes and 38 seconds left. They didn't do much with it on the first minute of it. The last minute or so, the Blackhawks were really generating some chances, and unfortunately, they weren't able to capitalize. How about this, John? This was the 31st hat trick in the NHL in the month of January. I believe that's the most hat tricks in one single month.
It is.
Unbelievable. The league is in great hands, and this one goes to Charlie Coyle, who has 4 points on the night for Columbus.
Coyle from Sillinger and Olivier. The goal at 18:57, period number 3. So a hard-earned road victory for the Columbus Blue Jackets. We knew coming into this game that they were not going to be an easy team to beat. And under Rick Bowness, they'll now be 7-1-0. and head back home to play a home game tomorrow night. 1 minute left in the game. Goodbranson with the puck. Columbus Blue Jackets line on the right wing. Spin it ahead down into the Hawk zone behind the net. Knight plays it away to the far boards. Jackets get it back, however. Miles Wood to Monahan. Put it at the left point to Matejchuk. He's been an impressive kid, that Devin Matejchuk has. He put the puck in behind the Hawk net. Knight put it up the left wing side. Oliver Moore into the Jacket zone, stopping at the left point. Put it down left wing corner. Lafferty backing up into the goaltender. Merzlikins knocked him back into his net as the puck is taken away and cleared by Lundestrom to center ice. Vlasic gains the Jacket zone, left point. Hit as he dumps the puck to the left wing corner. Lafferty pushes it in behind the Jackets net. Taken there by Christensen around up the left wing to Coyle. He'll backhand it down. Vlasic was able to beat Jenner to the puck. 7 seconds left in the game. Vlasic with a pass ahead for Moore. Misses. This goes down into the Columbus zone, and that's how the game will end. Columbus wins 4-2 here tonight. They outshoot the Blackhawks by a single shot, 26-25. But Charlie Coyle has one of the best nights of his career. 3 goals and 1 assist, factoring in on every one of the Blue Jackets' goals here tonight. And so for the Blue Jackets, they win their 26th game on the season against 20 losses and 7 overtime or shootout losses. Well, with this regulation loss, the Blackhawks record now falls to 21-25-9. Hawks will get the weekend off and take on San Jose on Monday night. We'll tell you more after we take this break. This is Blackhawks Hockey on 720 WGN.
Jiffy Lube's quick, quality 15-minute oil change service will have your car ready before you know it. It's so fast, you'll find yourself saying, already ready? Even now, after I just told you, you'll still be surprised at how fast and efficient it is. Plus, Jiffy Lube does